like you better than another, but you ain't no better look with it then. It goes ring around the rosy, karma gets cozy, we all fall down. I see a lot of stones thrown, but the closets ain't closed, gotta put the time in. Let he who's without, he who's without, he who's without sin. Let he who's without, he who's without, he who's without sin. Let he who's without, he who's without, he who's without sin. Let he who's without, he who's without, he who's without sin. You acting like you ain't been down this road. We've all been down before. Better humble yourself before your life gets told. Better humble yourself before your life gets told. Putting down each other while they pointing at our brother. Trying to break us up, so let's just lean to one another. Ain't no giving up, so pass the cup and make it up. Times, yeah, they get rough, I got your back, it ain't no trouble. It goes ring around the rosy, karma gets cozy, we all fall down. I see a lot of stones thrown, but they closets ain't closed, gotta put some time in. Let he who's without, he who's without, he who's without sin. Let he who's without, he who's without, he who's without sin. Let he who's without, he who's without, he who's without sin. Let he who's without, he who's without, he who's without sin.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. some people I call that ain't keen, that's gon' pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
I'm tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
You done this to yourself, Pats.
You know why we not afraid? What? He's great and terrible. Terrible is destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Yo! Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. It's my battle cry. Oh! Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that fall. They stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords. Generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege, given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives no red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. It's my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting. Of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat fashioned. In the trap we escaped, our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk, let my people go, cause it's my battle cry.
All right, Shalom family, most high blessed. Thank y'all for tuning in to F.O.P.E Civil War for our people's edification. Shalom to the chat, all the mods. Shalom to the whole F.O.P.E family, CUC family. I'm tired today. Only got 3 hours of sleep, and that's all I'm running on because a long live stream last night. The Qanath is coming on, but I will get started without him. So tonight, I want to finish off where I left off. I didn't get to show everything I wanted to, and I didn't have everything prepared, but I'm much prepared today for everything else I want to show. So yesterday, I was telling y'all, when I first came into the walk 12 years ago, Israel was already at each other's neck. Everybody was already beefing. And I went and found some of the videos of old from 12 years ago. And brothers been going up on each other camp spot, approaching each other, beefing over corners. This shit been going on for years. It's nothing new. And y'all going to continue to see it's the same shit that been going on back from One West. It all stems over the 30-year-old beef. Even the videos of ISUPK going up on other people's camp spots where they was already teaching that. You'll see it for yourself tonight. And that way they can't say we lying on nobody. We're just going to show the proof. Different confrontations of Israelites beefing over the old One West issues that the elders had. And when they broke off, they carried the issues and dramas with each other when they split it up. And passed the beef down to the younger men or the people that they under to not like this person or that person that they didn't know from the school because they all have some type of issue with each other that they never sorted out back from One West. And it's still going on now. So let me see what the first video I want to play. All right, I'm gonna just play this one right here. Now, this video, I believe, is 11 years old, 13 years old when it was uploaded. This is when Tazariah, I think, was a private or something like that then. He wasn't even a captain yet. Shalom, Elder Qanath. Qanath, you there? Yeah, he wasn't even a captain then. So this is an issue that they had when Tazariah and the dude, I think they go by King Ty. He's the one that's locked up, I believe, for the rape charge or allegations. They say that he raped somebody. He's in this video with Tazariah. This video, I think, is from 2012 or 11, something like that. It's about 11, 12 years old. So it might have been 12. So here we go.
Because Johanna made a video. All right, he made a video, and somebody had called and asked him how much did he take to sell out. Right. All right. Because the guy was explaining that the market piece, how's it bullshit?
So how's Johanna in the same Hebrew?
No, I'm over you, man. No, I'm over Johanna. I'm over Johanna. I'm over Johanna. I'm over Johanna, right?
Understand?
I'm over Johanna.
You learned from Johanna. That's
no, I did not. You don't know. You don't know what the hell is going on.
We're talking about the market piece. Y'all love white people.
What?
Y'all love white people, man.
We call white people.
How the hell you gonna ask me about the market piece? You should know what the market piece is.
No, I'm asking you.
You and my dude was in the same class. You should know what the market piece is. You should know. And you should know the white man is the devil. You should know you shouldn't be dealing with no white women. You know this,
where's
man.
that in the scriptures?
You know this, man. All over the
King
scriptures.
Solomon said
And he messed up. Didn't he lose the kingdom
he
because
said
of
that. He messed
You want
up.
to lose
He
your
messed
life
up.
because of
messed
that?
up.
You better stop dealing with them white women. Y'all know better than that. Y'all know better than that.
You know what that guy,
man.
He didn't teach
Don't
you
be dealing with
he
no
don't know
crackers,
nothing,
man.
He don't know
Don't be
nothing,
dealing with
Now,
no
we know that
crackers.
these guys sold out. We know that
Don't be dealing with no crackers.
And the Most High gonna
Everybody,
destroy
look.
you and General.
Look, you know what happened? You love white women. You defend white people, man. That's all you do. You love the white woman.
You know what you're good at?
If a white woman come out now, man, you follow her down the block. That's what you better do. You better come get under the order. Jimmy Hunter gave the order out, man. You know. You better come get.
Now, I want to say, right, and hold on, let me change the screen on this thing. There we go. I want to say, I don't agree with everybody's doctrine or whatever he's saying about the kingdom stuff with the concubines, and that's everybody got their own doctrine they believe in. That's fine with that. But the purpose of this is to show y'all this is from 11, 12 years ago. The same issues been going on with the elders that had issues back at One West. They still got the same issues, and he passed it down to the next generations. Now, you know the dude, Taha War, he's locked up or whatever. He claimed and said out his mouth that Johanna is over Elder Tahar. But that's factually not true. That's a lie. Elder Tahar is over Johanna. And that's the truth about that in the school. Everybody know that in the school that Elder Tahar was over Johanna. Johanna went around telling people that he was the next in line and he was the head, and that was not true. And you can ask anybody that who was back there at One West. And that's what I mean by keep pushing forward the lies to the nation and saying the man just said he gave the order. You supposed to go see him. How? He wasn't over him and in the school with rank. Tahar was next in line, according to what everybody's saying. If anybody should have got to school and they was passing it down to somebody at that level, it's supposed to have been him. But we'll keep it going.
Down with the
He's
order.
a nobody.
You listen to the show. You better get down with the order, man. Jimmy Hunter's calling Israel together. All you want is white women. He's not giving white women. That's the problem. He's not giving white women. And that's your problem, man. Because you love white women, man. He's doing the same thing. White man. You better change your life, man, and come back to the Lord. And come back to Israel, man. Stop that, man. That's what you need to do. Come back to the Most High. I see them couple fringes, man. I see them 4 or 5 fringes. What does that got to do with you loving white women? What are you doing? Are you scared to go tell him? You told me. You know he was just down there. You scared to go see him? You know where his camp at. You know where his camp at, man. You know where his damn camp at. You know, right? You know where Jimmy Hunter's camp at. All you got to do is walk down the street. If you really love these brothers.
Now, I want y'all to see, too, Tazariot is behind a guy right here, okay? Now, this is maybe a year after Tazariot came out of ISUPK, out of GMS, because he was a part of GMS, but he loves to deny this. And you can get the brothers to tell you that he was in GMS camp, but he always act as he was never in GMS. He always try to lie and cover that up. He was a part of GMS camp. Left GMS because wherever the camp he was at folded, and he went and joined ISUPK.
The most high love these brothers.
You go down the street and confront Jimmy Hunter. You confront Jimmy Hunter. If you had some heart, you would confront Jimmy Hunter. He's right down the street. You love white women. That's right. You love white women. You stop us from walking down the street. You carnal. Why you worrying about y'all? You worrying about us so much. You need to show these brothers that you really down, and you need to confront Jimmy Hunter. That's right. You need to say, look, y'all better listen, man. You better tell this man to confront Jimmy Hunter. That's right. If he's so real, if he know what he's talking about, you tell him to walk down the street and confront Jimmy Hunter. Why don't you tell him that to his face? Why you telling me? Why don't you tell him that to his face? Are you scared to go down there?
You tell him to come
scared to go down there? Are you scared to go down there?
Tell him to come down there.
Are you scared to go down there? You should not be scared. Then once you go there, we here next week.
For what? For what?
You see, you got a problem with him. Don't you got a problem with him? Then once you go tell him. You really what it is?
You know what my problem is?
You just want to lie to these brothers back here. We got orders to follow. You need to come down to junior high. Look, if I don't see you there next Saturday, I'm going to know you full of shit. I'm going to know you garbage. I'm going to know you garbage out here. You don't come down here. If you don't come down there next Saturday, I'm going to know you full of garbage. Now back about my face. Back about my face. All right, tell me about my face. Don't sweat it. It's fine. It's fine. He doing his job. I'm gonna tell you something, brother. You gonna talk to him. If he real, tell him to come down to junior high.
You ain't talking now. You ain't talking now.
Come down to junior high.
You know what I'm saying? Tell him to come down here. You guys come down.
You know where we at.
Every week.
You know where we at. You know where we at.
We talk about him all the time.
All right? You know where we at.
You know where we at. We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna be the next Saturday. We gonna down here next Saturday. Right?
Next Saturday.
He's a fool.
Now I want y'all to remember too, what we watching. We're watching. What you see here is a younger man that came up in the walk in the truth, going back and forth with an elder that got an issue with another elder from the original One West that never squashed a beef. This is from 11 years ago, family. Never squashed a beef from the old school, and it carried over to the next generation, and it's still going on the same shit today. That's why I said it was all a generational curse. With all that infighting they had, and when the splits happened, it kept trickling down. Why? Because they never diffused the issues that they had. So now it's a stranglehold on the rest of the brothers in Israel because they don't like this camp and they don't like that camp. That's why the guy yesterday, when he was on the ground and in the video, and they was on his stomach, and he started saying, fuck Nate. He don't know Nate. He wasn't back at the original One West. Then he said, I die for Johanna. I die for the general. That lets you know how the brainwashing, how deep this shit is, and how bad it got, and how it trickled down to other people. All because of their issues. Now it's affecting the younger men that's coming up in the generations in the nation.
He's a false prophet. He's a false prophet. He's a false prophet. I'm gonna prove it right now. I'm proving it right now.
Hey, shalom, Elder. Most High bless.
Hey, shalom, Mark. What's going on?
Hey, ain't too much. How you doing?
I'm all right, brother. I could be a lot better, but no complaints. I'm still in the struggle like everybody else.
God. You got a little feedback. I don't know if you got like another window open or something, because I hear my voice acapella.
Yeah, hold on. You know what? Let me close the other ones. Hold on. I'll be back.
Okay.
This guy, man. We know this guy, okay? We know this guy before you guys knew this guy. What about the Central Committee?
Let's see if you're a liar. You said Johanna's over me. I'm over Johanna. I'm over Johanna. Let's see if you're a liar. I like to see you now. Tell him this. You're a carnal nigga, man. You're a carnal nigga. You're a carnal. I tell him every day when I'm out here. Tell him to come down here. If he's a man, tell him to come down here. If he's a man, tell him to come here. Tell him you got that nice fan. You got that nice fan.
You there, Elder Qanath?
Yeah, shalom. Yeah, go ahead and let it play. Most High bless the chat, everybody in the room and all of Israel, man. Most High bless y'all.
So, remember, Elder Qanath, this video here is 11 to 12 years old.
Right.
So, and the reason why I'm showing this video here is because I'm trying to show them that this shit been going on with the camps going at each other, for us going to each other camp, or saying somebody at camp, they'd be going at each other. So this is nothing new. This is old, and it's the same old beef back from One West, and people lying. And Elder JT, wasn't Elder Tahar over Elder General Yohana? Yeah.
I think Yohana already established that in a video one time later on.
Oh, that Tahar was over him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tell him to come out here. Come out here, man. The Most High gonna destroy it. I'm looking at you in the eyes. I'm a spiritual man, all right? I'm a spiritual man. The Most High, if you keep following your Highness, the Most High gonna destroy you. We're gonna wait. We're gonna see. Y'all gonna see if he really on what he's talking about. Or and he just walking in blocks. Because you know what you walk in. Your tongue. I like to see. Your tongue. I like to see. I like to see. When I see you spiritual, and you gonna be there. You gonna be there in the spirit, or you gonna be there in the that you're a phony. I want to see. Because you walked right by us and stood right there, and we said, "What about the chip?" And it took him. You said it like 5 times before it turned. Every other conspiracy theory nut out here. You guys
tell them what you got, man. Why you wearing all black for?
Stop being conspiracy theory nuts and tell me what it means. And tell me what it means. So I'm asking you a question. Tell me what it means. What does it mean? No. You tell me what it means. You tell me what it means.
Pause that for a minute, Chef.
I'm gonna tell me.
This is the problem, man. And you know, we've been through this before with ISPK, and one time GMS approached us, you know. And the problem is that the so-called people that's leading the camp at that time, right? We already know where it goes back to. Nobody has the courage to just leave. Everybody was dealing with pride, man. You know, Chef, you remember years ago, man, we was having camp. And a few times I said, we out of here just for dumbness. You know, we out of here. And you won't get people that's going to bold-faced lie like I'm gonna show tonight, and how you got a lot of man pleasers. Now we have, if we're gonna let them speak at a few, but we have 2 brothers who go way back in this, you know, and this the sad thing. What you see then 8-9 years ago, it was that 20 years ago, and is that right now today, right? And you know the sad thing about it, I don't even want to blame the younger folks, but I'm talking about people in their 30s and their 20s. Late 30s, right? It's hard to even blame them because they don't know, you know, and they prey on the weak. But go ahead, let it play, because I know we got a lot to show. Some
I think this one's pretty much good. I think we showed enough of that, but I just wanted to show the incident and how it happened. You know what I'm saying? And showing that
you asked the question, was Tahar over Yohana? Yes, yeah, he was over here in the school, right?
Because you see in the video, the brother saying that he claiming that Yohana is over Tahar, and you know, I guess like I say, man, it's like the story is being told in reverse when it comes to ISUPK, and then they saying he giving out the orders to do this and that, and I'm like, how, when he was never given to school? Then they came up with 2 different lies, and the reason why we don't have that video on our, they flagged that video off our channel, where Yohana said one thing and Nicholas Bookstore said he came the leader of the nation in school by default because everybody left. And then General Mahayim said that it was like in 98 or something that they turned over the school and gave the keys to General Yohana to be the new head. And he
bullshit. The nigga was thrown out of there. He got kicked. They threw his ass out.
Right. And
he's telling a damn lie.
Remember we showed that video, Qanath, and they flagged that video. We don't have it no more. But that's what I was saying about why I wish some of them videos were still on here, because the proof is out of your own mouth. Like one person say one thing, then somebody say something else.
Hey, Shad, before you go to the next video,
go ahead.
Man, this real sad, bro. When you see this type of stuff going on, it makes me think these guys are COINTELPRO, man. I can't help but think that, you know, because some of the things that
they are, man.
What's going on? Yeah, man. I mean, just, you know, obviously somebody getting paid. You know, the young brother was came on last night from ISUPK. He was actually being in our so-called organization or so-called camp. And if he can hear me, I want you to listen up to something, because I'm going to commentary a few things that you said, my dear brother. Now, either you a man of the Lord, right, and got brainwashed, right, or you something else, brother. And I say that in all respect. I'm talking to my brother Bilal in all respect. You know, he know me and I know him. But you made a comment and said that Johanna is bringing everybody back together, and he's doing like nobody has ever done it before. Now, you look at all the prophets and servants, brother, and you say he did it like no other person before. Now, I think it's Isaiah 14:6 or 6:14, one of them in there, where Christ's going to be the, how does scripture go? Damn, come on. Well, Christ's going to gather the people, right? Something like that. I forgot how it go. But he's going to be the one, not Johanna.
It's in the book where it says Shiloh should be in Shiloh.
That's about the one about the government. He's going to be the government.
Yeah, the government. Right.
Shall be on his shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
9, I think, right?
No, I think that's Isaiah 1, chapter 1, starting in 1.
So, and I'm looking at that, and people don't know Johanna from Adam, man, to live in America. They might live in the same state. And these guys don't know anything about these guys' real name, where they reside, nothing. So I'm starting to think a lot of y'all, man, are set up.
Q, can I say
you
something?
know, a lot of y'all just off the damn right. Y'all go ahead before you go another video. Go ahead.
Yo, Q, can I say something? Q,
no, go ahead.
When I was on there last night, and I asked him, I said, do you know Johanna's real name? The nigga said no. I said, how you gonna know this man and don't know his name? I said his name is John Lightborn. You didn't know that? The only person of the 7, I don't know their full name, is Lahab. But everybody else, I know their name outside of the Hebrew name. And Malachi too, which is baby Hebrew.
Okay. All right. Shalom. Go ahead, baby Hebrew. Go ahead.
No, what I'm going to say is this here, right? Shalom to the listening audience of F.O.P.E, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Brakatham, to the brothers in Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Shema Atham, to the sisters who are listening. And thank you, F.O.P.E. I thank you, Shah and Brother Qanath, for allowing me to come here and lend my statesmanship to your great platform. This is what I'm with you, Qanath. This is a tragedy. What we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, out there in the viewing audience is classic counterintelligence program, COINTELPRO, divide and conquer, nonstop in play. See, make no mistake, there's every government intelligentsia agency that is on a war path and destroying the Hebrew Israelite movement by all means, by all costs, and with every device they have in their arsenal. Okay? If you know the 7 basic attacks and how to disrupt an organization, then you'll understand what we're seeing. Okay? We'll understand what we're seeing. If you understand the fact that many of these organizations that are supposed to be Israelite are steeped in corruption, financed by corruption, brothers who've made a damn pact with the Illuminati, with their subdivisions of the Rosicrucians. If you understand those factors, then you'll understand, as Qanath just said, okay, what we're seeing is definite counterintelligence programming in full effect, because there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. In the ancient days, you had the Pharisees, Sadducees, Essenes, Epicureans, the Stoics, the Herodians, the Hellenists. These primary 7 groups were the arch enemy of the Most High, Yahawashi, and those apostles, disciples, acolytes, who and all the other subdivisions of the Israelites who did what was right. And it's nothing, and they were all in league with the ruling powers of the Greek and Roman Empire and other empires that stood yesterday, and so it is today. We have enemy operatives today. And see, when you go back to September 12th, right after 9/11 transpired, and you go back and you listen to then President George W. Bush's speech, he said, and I quote, "What we are about to embark upon will be a long and sustained campaign. We are now determined to rule and make sure that America is safe from any and all enemies, especially those of extreme identity." You have to listen to what he was, extreme identity, and you're either going to be for us or against us, and you must choose. You're either going to be evil, he put evil first, or you're going to be good. And if you're going to be for us or against us, and if you are against us, then you are our enemy. And right with the launch of that whole September 11th, they came out with what? The Department of Homeland Security. Then they came out with DESA, the Defense Enhancement Security Act. Then they came out with the Lone Wolf Terrorist Bill. Then you had Barack Obama. When he came into play, he put in the National Defense Authorization Act. Now I name all these particular policies and bills that they put forth, because in each one of them, they are designed specifically to go after any and all groups that are labeled STGs, security threat groups. The number one security threat group from 1993 are the Hebrew Israelite movement, from UPK and all other subdivisions, but most notably the UPK was the number one security threat group because of our determination to be separate, because we were labeled as being separatists, because of the power of our organizing, okay, and revealing all types of things that were transpiring then. So it was already in play, bro. And what we're looking at now with the Homeland Security Act, and most notably Barack Obama's National Defense Authorization Act, where in the opening it says, "I, Barack Obama, President of these United States, now bequeath to the United States government full and sweeping powers to arrest, detain anyone they deem as an enemy operative." Now, yo, look at that. Anyone they deem. And then the other, aspects of the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act. See, a lot of people are sleeping, man. But understand, the number one group that is an absolute threat to the world and its security are the Hebrew Israelites. Make no mistake, they understand that what is happening is a divine change and it's coming. But they're determined, as in Psalm the 83rd chapter tells you. They said they've said, "Come."
Let me put you on this for a second.
All right.
Okay, so I want you to put that disclaimer up there, and also that last statement my brother said, that everybody know that Hebrew Israelite is a danger for world security. The brother's talking about spiritually through the power of the Most High and His angels coming back, because the men that at least I know of, right, and see out in the streets are not brothers or sisters who plan on doing anything to the United States or any other country on the earth or people on the earth violently, physically. We do a lot of talking. We all, at least I hope we do, depend on the power of the Most High. I truly believe that it's people in these groups now who are infiltrated in to make people believe that that's what we're about. And truthfully, we are not about that. We express our freedom of speech, in our views. We don't exercise, say any of this is true. And I'm saying this also to protect this channel, because when we speak like this, they send us messages.
You know, so brother, you can go ahead and continue. But no, I don't want to say no Israelite is any type of terrorist group or anything like that. But I do believe they've been infiltrated by someone. You know, it could be this government or anybody, whatever group, who's trying to put a stink or a bad name on a group of people who fear the Most High. Shalom, bro. Go ahead.
Well, as I said, that's why I'm very careful with my words. But, you know, that's why I said, because we teach separatists, because we teach that we understand on our own under the laws of the Most High, the Bible, they understand that they're determined to disrupt that at all costs. See, we're not a terrorist group. We're not a security threat group. But the Manhattan Institute and the John Birch Society and all other white groups have deemed us this. That's why I said when you look at the National Defense Authorization Act and what Barack Obama signed over to the United States government, okay, full and sweeping powers. That means now they can operate on full autonomy now that it's been signed into law, thus proving that the pen can be mightier than the sword. And so this now means that everyone who stands determined or stands on a spiritual premise of liberation from this empire, this imperialist empire and republic known as America, from a spiritual standpoint, that is something that the United States government, under the satanic order, cannot afford to have happen. They're determined. But see, you can't stop what's coming because, see, 2 Corinthians 10 verse 4, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. You can't, there's nothing or no one that can stop the wrath of the Creator. Although he should come a little bit quicker, in my opinion. But I can't make him do what he don't want to do. It's all on his terms. But still, yeah, I dig the disclaimer. And I'm going to say this here: the views and opinions that I, Baby Hebrew, Malachi, will espouse are not necessarily the points of views of this great platform, F.O.P.E, Brother Qanath, nor Shashan. But I also am very superfluous with my words, meaning I'm careful with what I say. I know exactly what I'm saying, and nor will I ever espouse anyone to kill anybody indiscriminately based upon their race, creed, or color. Okay? Because vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. So but getting back on what we're talking about, what we are looking at is a design and deliberate program, spelled PROGROM, a deliberate program that has been put in place to disrupt and destroy every Hebrew Israelite enclave out here. Whenever you see confusion, when you see when you see certain people come along and they causing confusion, they are agents of chaos. They are agent provocateurs. Because see, when you think about it, if we're talking about the Bible and we're coming from the scriptures, there should be no confusion that we're seeing between all the groups and camps now all of a sudden, where they're getting physical with each other. See, you got to take a real good look and step back and look at you. If you don't want to go back to the ancient days, we can go back to the 1960s when the rifts that happened with the Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam, and all the other groups that were annihilated and taken down. There was inner turmoil, egos running wild, back talk, jealousy. These are all disruptors that are employed by the counterintelligence program or put forth by J. Edgar Hoover and former president of these United States and former head of the CIA, George Herbert Walker Bush. the playbook is still in effect because you know why? It still works. They can still use these old textbook tricks and smoke and mirrors because it still works. Because it's still among us, among my people are wicked men. We have to face that fact, and we can't get around it. So with that, I thank you, and we can continue on if someone wants to come in and express their viewpoint. But like I said, make no mistake, everything you're seeing is deliberate and by grand design.
No doubt. I mean, it's real easy. They even have the some had the audacity to just smile in the camera and know exactly what they're doing. I'll tell you what disturbs me the most is that you got people who's in this sincerely, and to see that behavior, it's like, wow, they're actually responsible for turning people away from the Most High. And to see this is disturbing, and we know the Most High has a plan and it can't be stopped, but to see this, man, is very painful for me. This is one of the reasons we, not just the doctrine, but we pull back a teacher, because I used to always say, man, what's really going on? With the behavior of some of these guys. And like that video Shaw Shaf showed, we're going to show other videos. We really got some powerful stuff, man, that we forgot we even had, that it's certain heads. A lot of the heads at that time are dead and gone. So you got guys fighting over who wants to be this, who's going to be that, right? And then you got other entities come in, like my dear brother say, who's bringing the chaos and looking for the most powerful person. Some would say that was so-called comfy guy, right? And you got to ask yourself this question. What group out of nowhere, right? And I say out of nowhere, you see all these men, right? And you can look at some of the biggest organizations around, and they all had the same spirit, and they all look the same, body-wise, everything. I'll give you an example. ISUPK, no disrespect towards some of them brothers, because some of them might be sincere, well, I know some of them are sincere, man, but look how all of them shape. What's the odds? They all shape the same. I used to always just tour DC, man. See how many damn camps it is. And we used to run into IG, IC, whatever you call them people, comfy camp. And Sham was like 6'4", 6'5". And it's a few brothers at one time was at an organization 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". And I said, I never seen an organization where everybody looks like they was in the military. And that was at comfy camp. It seemed like 80% of them was 6'4", 6'5", and all of them had the same build, like they were all in the military. I look at IUIC. It's a different look about these guys and a different spirit. They actually, all of them out there locked up people before. Now, all of them is training from the head, but they make the same moves, same actions, same words that you hear that peace officer supposed to make. You better not move. You better not move in that last video I saw where them two got into it. Get off my stomach. No. You better not move. Stand still. Hold still. I'm hearing words that I've heard before when I got jacked up, and stuff I see all the time. So like, this is stuff that's been trained in somebody for a long time, and they can't get out of it. It's just like if you come from the country or come from the north, right? It's certain words that you're going to say, you don't realize you're saying, but other people realize it. Somebody from New York open their mouth. If I don't hear the accent, I'm going to hear certain slang words they say. And they're going to say the same thing for people down south or Midwest. And it's the same thing going on when you see somebody in some type of military, right? Or been in jail, sir, yes, sir, sir. All certain things you're going to hear. you know. But Shan, go ahead, back and finish some of these videos. I know you got a lot you want to play, so we'll try to slow down some. So I'll let you go ahead and get in there.
Yeah, this next video is the video I was talking about. This video, 12 years old. So it had to be in what, 2011, when Tazadak and them approached ISUPK in Baltimore, and they got upset about that, saying that they was invading their camp spot and starting stuff with them. Now this is when ISUPK was small; they wasn't that big then. They had. Hold on, Qanath, give me a couple minutes.
Yeah. Also, we have a video. Hopefully, we can play it. I think we have it. It's when so-called Comfy Camp approached GOCC at that time, and that's before they were GOCC. And I believe, I'm not sure if his name always been Rakar out of GOCC or was something else he called himself. Do you one of y'all brothers remember what GOCC was before he named the GOCC? Some of the brother Rakar.
Rakar, well, they've always been GOCC. Okay. That's always been the name that they developed when they branched off from, the One West, location, or the original UPK. I keep using the address. The original UPK. They've right. always been Gather of Christ's Children.
Okay.
They didn't have that's always been their name from their inception.
And I brought that up because it's that's evident that they approached, and I was like, damn, the dude standing his ground. I kind of admired him on that because the company guys, they wanted to beat him up, and I don't want to be a talebearer. You always got to have witnesses, but I do have witnesses, right? Old school witnesses. I hope I can get them on here, But they talk about how I don't know if it's guys at GMS or whatever camp it was, or who gave the say. They just go around beating up guys. They was trying to open up other camps. Okay, so I hope they come on. And if I can't get them to come on, then I'm just going, like I say, it's something that somebody's saying. Hopefully, we can get down to the bottom of it. But that's what I heard. That's what I was told. And I've got threats before. Okay, I spoke on this before. I've got threats before, and a lot of times people threaten me. I just go pop up on them. But this has really bothered my spirit, man. I'm just gonna keep it 100. It like really bothered my spirit. It just really bothered my spirit. I'm gonna stay strong in it, but I tell you, it's messed up, man. What we seeing. Instead of taking the blame, would be the bigger man. That everybody want to point the finger, and that it just. I like a man. Go ahead, Doc. I see you back. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just want to play some of these videos real quick so we can get through them because there's a few. But this is when the Comfy Camp approached ISUPK down in Baltimore and on I think it's Lexington Street or in front of the market.
Fair use.
All right, so I want to tell y'all what y'all seeing is the Comfy Camp. They was down there, and ISUPK teach right out there where they at. They knew ISUPK be out there, and ISUPK didn't have a school in this area at the time, but the Comfy Camp did. They had a school down on Franklin Street that's not too far from here. So they marched like 30, 40 of their members up there and approached ISUBK. Hopefully it should show on the video.
He is so paranoid of me.
All right, so this video is actually from 2010. So this video, this is when Yohana was going hard and he was warned against Taza Duck. Because I told y'all, the Comforter. Because when I went to the school, the first thing they did when I met them at the school in Baltimore, they was bad mouthing and talking all this crazy stuff about ISUBK and Yohana and saying how they broke off from the school. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. They all got the same story. And they all talk about what they did, but don't talk about the shit they did. They'll say, oh, we was over them and they not real Israelites. And it's the same shit with both sides. That's why I said it's hypocrisy. And that was in 2011 when I first came into the knowledge. And this video is from 2010. But I'm gonna keep it going.
He is so afraid.
That's right.
That I'm gonna wake black people up.
That's right.
And he sent these lowlifes out here to try and stop me from teaching black people. Let me tell you something, man. Can't no man stop me from teaching black people.
That's right.
Unless you ready to put me to death, and I ain't even think most of you are capable. I'm always on that corner. I come out here and start teaching on the corner. I ain't said nothing about them niggas. You never heard me come out here and say a word about them niggas. Until they start now trying to move on me. Them niggas ain't gonna move me. That's right. They wanted them, they ain't gonna, I'm not getting run off no corner. You know why? Because these niggas is bitch made.
That's right.
They ain't gonna come against no drug dealer. Oh, they come against me and a couple of brothers teaching the Bible. But they ain't gonna never say nothing to a drug dealer because they bitch made, that's why. They ain't gonna never come up against the Christian church. Oh, they ain't gonna never do that. They ain't gonna never come up against the Muslim mosque or nobody with real power. They gonna try to come up against me and get me off the corner. Them niggas better be ready for death. Gonna turn around and say that he's got the God-sent comfort. Trying to help black people, and they...
Now, you see how he said that? He said they want to turn around and say he's the God-sent comforter, but you turn around and say you third under heaven and you the voice of God. A hypocrite. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, family, why I say don't be fooled by these niggas. It's the same game. Different face, different name, same players, arguing over the same bullshit from what? Back then, a 30-year-old beef that they never squashed.
And Shashan, another thing before you turn it back on. Everybody he named, he said they never go up against is black organizations. You know, when you mention Christian church, you think about black people.
Yep.
When you mention Muslims, you think about black people.
Yep.
Right? All these things. When he said drug dealers, that's talking black. You know, we know you can talk. Everything is black or black. The good against the good, the bad against the bad against the good against the bad. It's always black or black. You know, but go ahead. It's like it. Don't let the brother speak. Go ahead.
Think they gonna run me out of Baltimore. Ain't nobody gonna run me out of Baltimore. This God said it, goddamn. That's right. Is that why they over there? That's why they out here. You don't never see them out here. I'm the one be on that corner. Then they gonna come out and set up over there because they gonna think they gonna run me out of Baltimore.
Now, see that shit?
Now, Qanath, look, this the same thing we was talking to Bilal about last night. Why you want to set up in front of us? Because y'all thought they was going to run us out DC, right? But now y'all see, it's the same shit. When they said, well, no, we didn't do this. It's the same shit. Full of games. That's why I said, man, I love keeping records and having records somewhere where some shit happened. And then I showed you, this shit is fucking from 2010.
Now they did this. They did this to ISUPK, and ISUPK done to people. GMS tried it with us one time.
And look, after this, I'm gonna show another video. But this the same shit they do. And then when something happened, they try to say, "Oh, these people bullies." The reason why they call IUIC and them bullies and this and that because IUIC got more numbers. See, Comfy Camp at this time in 2010 was the biggest Israelite camp out of One West. Nobody had more members than Comfy. They was the biggest. Now they ain't got no camp no more. They don't have no congregation. And a lot of their members just scattered because of Tyler Doc Pass. But they was the biggest at the time and had the most power, which is facts. So what was going on was Yohana was warned with him because he wanted to be the top dog. Nate wasn't even, I think Nathaniel and them was just started coming up to Qanath, but they wasn't big yet. You see what I'm saying? IUIC. They were still like small.
I think he was still Nathaniel 7 back then.
Yeah, but I think they had IUIC already started, but it wasn't known like that. It wasn't a lot of them. You see what I'm saying? Either. But Yohana, he had just a few camps out there. He wasn't that big at the time. Because I used to see him in I think Jersey and Philly and something like that. And then they had this camp in Baltimore. And then after that, years later, we start seeing them spreading out. Then you saw that DC camp, and they started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But then,
hey, look, real quick, because I know you want the brother to say something too. I'm gonna tell you something in this 7 seconds that out of all these brothers we speak on, and you can see they got talent, right? And some sort of gift, and they're not utilizing it to come together or do the right thing. Just leave brothers alone and everybody do what's righteous. But they rather use that to go up against each other. Go ahead.
I'm gonna teach black people in Baltimore. You want to get rid of me? You better put me to death.
That's all I need on that. I don't really need to see the rest of the stuff. Hold on.
Hey, why you get that other video? I know y'all want to say something. Why you get that other video, brothers?
Yeah, I want to reflect on when you were saying how it makes you feel, how you feel bad, it disturbs you. Listen, as men, when you put in hundreds of thousands of hours, when you're rendering your body, mind, and soul a living sacrifice, to come out here and be a proponent in the name of our God, in the name of our Savior, to gather our people together under the premise of unity, spiritual reformation, and we getting our act together as the true children of Israel. When you put in all this hard work, planting, watering, tilling, irrigating and going in this big field. And then when you turn around and you see worms, weeds, and all kinds of other vermin destroying the field that you've been assigned to work, yes, it's disappointing, brother. Of course you're going to feel bad. That's hard work and labor that has now been deliberately sabotaged. Okay? Of course it's going to bother you because that's time and energy you can't get back. And you're left bewildered because you're saying, well, Lord, I'm putting in the work and I'm working the field. Why is this happening? And when that starts happening, that means you have to really catch yourself, because now these things will rattle your faith. Now we're getting the full gist of what Christ felt, what Peter, Paul, all the disciples, and what they went through, all the prophets, what they went through. Now we're understanding the melancholy, depression, okay, and the sadness they felt when you work so hard and you labor so hard, and yet you have among you a lot of spiritual, intellectual, and emotional, immature people. See, some people still think this is a competition. This is not a competition. We read about how we're all different parts of the body. Some of us come in here with the spirit of this discerning, some who know multiple languages, so on and so forth. I'm not here to compete. You are not here to compete. What we are sincere in doing is devoting ourselves, trying to keep ourselves together on a spiritual, righteous path, and then assist others in the spirit of Ezekiel 3:17 and all other scriptures that say we're supposed to be gathering ourselves together. And when you work so hard, and when you see the promise of it, and then you then by the time you look up, everything you put your heart and soul into has been destroyed. And you wonder, well, Lord, where are you at in this? Because when your faith gets rattled, you know you got to just take time out and recoup and regroup. Of course you're going to feel bad. Qanath, how you think I feel? I've been in this movement my entire adult life. Have seen where we accomplished through our own labor and through our own determination vast sums of money. $10 million. I'm just going to put it out. $10 million. And all of it destroyed and disrupted by greedy, evil men, some of whom still have the audacity to still wear Israelite clothing, to still be out here faking the funk. As old school rap group Main Source said, faking the funk, and they're for the people, but you can see by their actions. You can see as Christ said, you'll know a tree by the fruit that it produces. And so what we're also looking at, as you discussed, there are a lot of sick, mentally ill, deranged, psychopaths, sociopaths, and every other kind of path.
Hey, hold that, because we're gonna talk about that in the show.
Okay, so
that's going right. Yeah, that's going.
So let me conclude. So So you're feeling bad because when you're a victim of all this skullduggery, chicanery, and all these other black arts, witchcraft. Because understand, we have warlocks and witches walking among us. See Ephesians, I think it's 6:11, does not say in vain that we battle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and darkness in high places. That's not being said just for it to be said. You have some severely super demonic entities walking with earthly feet, man. All right? And when you have, and some of them have this megalomaniacal mindset. And there's three things.
With the big words, bro, you got to break this word down.
Being megalomaniacal means you have a God-like mind. You think that you're God. You think that you're the one that people are supposed to bow down to. Okay? When you walk around, see, there's a lot of that going on. But when you look in the ancient days, you had Israelite men who had delusions of grandeur. Okay? They want to be the big cheese. They want to be, like Ric Flair, styling, profiling, jet plane flying, limousine riding, woo, and everybody supposed to be bowing down to them. And that was the Pharisees and Sadducees. That's why when Yahawashi came on the scene, he was shutting them down, cutting them to shreds. All right? He said, okay, here it is. You guys come up here in your nice garments, your phylacteries, you looking all good. Okay, you sit up in the chief seats in the temples on the high holy days or whatever, but people don't see the dead bodies and the bones of those you have destroyed to get where you're at. But I do. And now you got brothers out here coming in on Passover with dancers and timbrels and horses and you got cats coming up in here with hyena animals on their garments and all this other foolishness. And
yeah, it's supposed to be. In fact, you know what's funny, brother? I the one found that picture, and I sent it to brother JJ 7000. You know, that was hilarious. Hey, let him go and get into this video because he got a lot of me want to play. But right on point.
Okay, so now this is another video of ISUPK, right? So we just saw the joint where Johanna said that Israelite, the comfy camp was trying to move them. Now you want to see ISUPK doing this to GMS. It's the same stuff, different year, but a different time. And they say that this stuff don't go on, but this been going on for the longest. And brothers are doing it on purpose. You clear,
brother Bilal, if you listening, you about to watch this. Go ahead.
These brothers been teaching here for years. You're gonna clearly see in the video, right? Y'all see the ISUPK in the back. They not set up yet, but they deliberately came there because they knew them brothers was teaching there. You're gonna see them move all that stuff up real close to them, where they camp is like right around them now, and it's like they just GMS just came there and stood in front of ISUPK camp when they didn't. You're gonna see everything up. Yeah,
the video that you played last night of this incident that stinks to hell. When you listen to them going back and forth, the brothers from IUIC said, "We been coming down here. We been down here. We been coming down here. Why y'all down here?"
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that.
Yeah, it's at the 7 minute something mark. They said they been coming down there. But go ahead.
All right.
Same thing they did with
right now. It is. It is.
Right. We don't allow no child molestation.
Hey, right.
No goddamn rape. Right. White woman loving child. Right. That is what we about.
Hey, Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites coming week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of American Babylon the Great, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Hebrew Israelites. It's time for you to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right? So we are another week through the mercy and grace of Yahweh, Yahawashi, preach His truth. Right? Because we know the truth resides at great millstone. Okay? The leaders of all Israel, Apostle Tahar, starting with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Ramah, and Apostle War. Elders on down. All right. So as we see, who's in the back?
Hey man, pause this shit for a minute, bro. Pause this shit for a minute.
Right.
This is the part I'm talking about.
This is what
all these titles they giving to each other, man. Apostle this, apostle that, apostle this, and all these goddamn Israelite names. Nobody know who in the hell talk. It's starting to remind me of something that you see. I couldn't wait in junior high school for 12 o'clock. Because we about to start going to the damn playground and play. This is ridiculous, man. Go ahead, God, dog, man.
So he's saying that they disloyal, but you was not back at the old school. You mad at them for what? See what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying because of what Johanna told y'all. So
somebody in the chat saying that?
No, I'm saying this. What the guy was saying in the back. That's why I said I gotta listen to what's being said. He's saying they disloyal. How the fuck, nigga, you know? You wasn't back at the original One West in the school. They came in years later. And this is why I said the internal beef from 30 years ago trickled down and became a generational curse to men that came in the knowledge years later. And now, instead of the elders don't like each other, and whoever's ranked and ordered under them, they got a problem with everybody else. But see, Bilal said that he came on, he said, well, we love all the brothers and shit like that. Do this look like brotherly love, or does this look like some carnal shit we watching right here? They say they don't do this stuff to nobody, right, Qanath?
Yep.
Is we saying something different now?
Damn yeah.
All right, so we gonna keep letting it play.
Now the scriptures say this. Romans 15 verse 20. Yay. Go ahead and strive to preach the gospel.
That's right.
Man, the camera come on closer, bro.
This should be K-Corner. Right. Tell them that.
Romans 15 verse 20.
This should be K-Corner now.
So have I strived.
Let's stop it. Pause it. You see that shit? Tell them that. This UPK corner now.
So He don't even own a corner in Babylon, nigga. Y'all on the white man territory. As soon as they come with the police and the guns and tell you niggas pack up and leave and get out of here, you gonna go. And that's what I'm saying about they talking about this is theirs, that is theirs. None of this shit is nobody.
But like, remember you said y'all they never did that. Like I said, you doing this.
That's
you doing this.
Man. These dudes been doing this shit for years, and then that's why that shit when Tazariak was over there talking that lie and all that crazy shit on Sinetta. I'm like, man, it's all just a bunch of fluff. Like the real brothers know who been in this thing. You can't fool us. You can fool all these new people in the conscious community don't know nothing about all this shit. None of these videos showing videos from how many years back? Qanath? 13 years back. Showing y'all the same shit been going on, same beef, same stuff. It's nothing new, man. This shit been.
And I'm gonna tell y'all some people send us videos, and another reason why Sham and I are very passionate about this is because we truly came in this man being awakened by the Most High, but also we came into this is how we found out we was relatives, because we looking for the brotherhood and sisterhood in Israel, man, and we didn't care who you was. Hispanic, black, whatever, man. We just wanted the brotherly love, you know, and that's what we always try to do. But then we start seeing the fluff. We start seeing the fluff, and then we say, and we the type of guys we never bit our tongue. We go straight to you like, hey man, what's up with that? You know, and then it's like the Passover. They just pass. Oh yeah, and let it go. But then we see them jump in young guys' face to brainwash. We're like, well, what the hell is going on? You know, they won't say that to other people, they'll say something to somebody else. And then they made a mistake and try to turn me and my brother right here against each other. Okay? And they try to infiltrate my own so-called camp at that time. So to say ISPK don't do that, you take it back a hair. So everybody at ISPK that's listening, who say we never do that, or they doctrine never change, well, they lie. Remember they say they don't sin? Brother, we talked to you last night. You say you don't sin. Nobody else don't sin. Right? Well, you said ISPK don't do that. Right? Well, that's a lie. They say they don't do that. Well, that's a lie. Let it play. We don't bully. We don't try to take over people's neighborhood. I mean, territory. So-called.
Man, the camera come up closer, bro. This your PK corner. Right. Tell them that. Romans 15, verse 20. This your PK corner now. So have I strived to preach the gospel, not where Mashiach was named, lest I should build upon another man's foundation. You see?
Now that man yelling like he let him yell to the clan. I wonder if he yelling at them skinheads like that.
But you see, Jake, look, Jake talk about taking somebody's corner like they on a block. Like it's the ages or something, like they selling crack. Right. Or we taking this corner. We trying to get all the money. We need all the things here. Well, this is the truth. You see, this is how much you want to disrespect the word of Yahweh.
Now I bet you won't come back on here now, my dear brother Bilal. You just said UPK don't do that. But look, they came deep down on two young little men right there. This UPK corner. Tell them that.
And notice, they was already there, Qanath teaching. They came there. What you see them doing now? Setting up.
Just like they did us.
Same shit. But they sit there and play all these games talking about he gave the order to come together. Nigga, y'all frauds.
And you know what, Sham? I just realized he was there with us that day when they did it to us. He was there.
Probably was. I can't even remember, man, because it was so long ago. But that's what I be saying about the frauds and the lie in Israel. And then all the younger men get caught up in it, listening to what these niggas telling them, and these niggas are straight lying to your face.
What's the guy that's on the right in the blue?
Yeah. What's that? He
probably not even in knowledge anymore, man. After experience something like that, he probably not even in knowledge anymore.
What you say, JT? I couldn't hear you.
What was that young punk's name on here yesterday?
Bilal.
Bilal, man, I'm gonna let this cat know. You roll with that nigga. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit. The Most High gonna kill y'all. Because your hunter's already marked for death as it is. I don't give a shit which one of you niggas don't like it. I'm gonna tell your ass the truth. Your hunter marked for death. Nate is marked for death. Okay? The Most High got some shit waiting for their ass. And if you punk niggas is following them, you gonna get the same damn shit coming. Believe me when I say that.
This is now, let's Sinetta look at this and play it on this channel, Qanath. Since they saying that they don't do shit like this, why they need let them look at this shit? I guarantee they have a different of opinion when people be over there capping in front of a big or large audience, telling people one thing about how the community work. Like I said, if you're not in the community, you really don't know.
I believe that some people over there, brother, will still say that our eyes and ears are lying to us because they part of the same damn crew. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Some of them are part of the same crew, man. Someone say, I didn't hear that, or I didn't see that. Your ears are lying to you, and your eyes are lying to you. In other words, they're gonna piss on you, right? But telling you it's raining. It's obviously the man said, this is ISUPK corner. And the other brother with the glass or the blue, you can see obviously that this man is like a cold cat in the winter in the alley, starving because you see the big cats around him, and he's scared to death. You can see it. Look at that man's face. That man, like, I came over here to read the Bible and teach, and my own so-called brother did sound like wolves behind his back. That man's scared to turn around and look. And his only defense is looking at that damn camera. You know, you ever been to school, you see a bully, you don't want to look at that bully in his damn face because you know he catch you looking in his face, it's gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that brother looking right there. The dude in the yellow, he don't sound like he had no fear. Let it play, because it's gonna get better. I believe it is. I remember this a little bit. A damn shame.
Right. You see, we ain't with that, man. You see, we teach the truth. So we're gonna read it again. Romans 15, verse 20. Yea, so have I strived to preach the gospel, not where Ha Mashayach was named, lest I should build upon another man's foundation.
Right. Not where Ha Mashayach was named. And we've been naming Yahweh by
And look how they're getting closer and closer.
On this corner
Closer
for years,
and closer.
Years. Now these guys pop up and now they on some carnality.
He said they've been on there teaching on that corner for years. Then they pop up on that corner, get on some carnality. Now watch, as the video go on, you're going to see ISUPK take all that stuff and move it up real close to them, like they trying to push them off the corner. The same shit Johanna said, you going to go set up there. You're not going to push me out of Baltimore. They do the same shit. But then sit there and lie and say they don't behave like that. And this is what I was trying to tell y'all. Don't believe these niggas, man, with the double slick tongue. This shit is a hustling god, New York, Harlem hustle, all about getting money, going to camp, recruiting people, getting more people in so they can get more tithe money, talking about they doing this and giving you all that slick shit about we saving and changing people's lives. No, the fuck they not, man. They're using people. It's clear as day.
And Shan, let me say this to my dear brother Bilal and all the ISUPK. Now, see, I can make a funny film and have it with you saying, "Oh, us ISUPK, we don't bully people. We don't try to move people off they block or anything like that." And then as soon as I have you say that, I bring it in where that guy said, "This is ISUPK block." Tell them that, right? And I just loop it back and forth. Now, that's something when you hear brothers say something like that y'all don't do that. Now, I already know it's excuse. Oh, I didn't know at that time. Or you don't know what transpired to make it that. There's gonna be all kinds of excuses. So that's either COINTELPRO or just straight brainwashed. Go ahead, Al.
We're gonna take this corner. Come on, man. You see him?
This Al got this.
You see him?
You teach about me, we gonna blaze him.
Let's get it. Here we go.
Goddamn corner. This Al corner.
Exodus 20, verse 16. Thou shalt not
Stop
bear
the
false
shit.
witness against
This
thy neighbor,
corner
right?
belongs to General Yohana in Babylon the Great in our captivity, where he can't take one brick, cut up a tree over there, right? Paint on the wall and watch what happened to your ass. Piss on the ground and watch what happened to your ass, right? This block belongs to General Yohana, brother, who you said you ain't even know his name. And a lot of y'all don't. This corner belongs to General Yohana now. But IUIC is off because nobody really know who was teaching there first so far. I heard IUIC saying he was there first. But irregardless, let's say IUIC did pull up on y'all. But look what y'all doing right here. Triple talking about, oh, thou hypocrite.
And more fire.
What's in the dark shall come to light.
More fire. It's not our job to shut down ISUPK. That's something the Most High going to do. Same
You
way.
reap what you sow. Vengeance of the Lord.
Same way he shut down Comfy Camp, killed the leader, and dispersed all the men. He can do it with anybody else. Trust me. Like I said, the Most High got to move his hand. It ain't in our power because it's not our job to do that. You know what I mean?
And another thing, when you have brothers like us talking about this, the part that gets me is other brothers with other organizations won't open their mouth. You know why? Because they say, you know what, if I open my mouth, they're going to pull up on me. They're going to pull up on me, right? But the same brothers that pulled up on GMS right there, pulled up on us. Not them same, but ISPK pulled up on us. GMS getting pulled up on, GMS pulled up on us. Okay? All of it. Same thing. Go ahead, brother.
They doing bearing false witness. They saying we child molesters, right? Where is that proven at?
Right.
Where is that proven? You see? Bearing false witness, you see?
Right.
Now, see, the problem is, since people try to get the women on their side, they don't want to deal with the scripture of the law to deal with rape.
That's right.
That's in the Bible, man.
That's right.
And we're going to deal with the Bible. We don't care about people's opinions,
right.
people's emotions. See, a lot of Israel hate Great Millstone because we bring out the truth.
They hate
how you people feel.
They hated him that rebuketh in the gate.
Say it again.
They hated him that rebuketh in the gate.
I'm going to get that.
Okay, they deal with emotions, man.
No, look at this.
Now, right. Now, this is the part I was telling y'all. He said, move it up. He moving their camp up towards them on purpose. Why? To cause a conflict. Why? Because if they fight, they know they got them outnumbered. It's just 3 GMS members. One guy on the camera, one guy reading, one guy teaching. But they say they don't do this kind of shit. Y'all clearly saying it. It's right here happening, and they can't justify it. No, none of them can. Tazariah can't justify it, no matter how they try to hit you with this move and a semantic tongue and how they try to work the words. It's clear as day, man. These niggas be getting on some police shit like, yeah, well, the cop did shoot him in the back, but it was justifiable about how he did it. That's how them niggas be talking. That's why I be like, do y'all hear how these niggas be talking?
It wasn't me that shot him. It was the gun.
Yeah, they be talking semantics. That's why I'm like, nigga, are you serious? Like, nigga, I was there. Like, what kind of games y'all playing?
It wasn't me that killed him. It was the bullet. Come on, man.
Scriptures, man. Okay.
What the brother was going into. Right. This is Mark chapter 10, verse 19. Yeah. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness.
Right.
Defraud not. Honor thy father and thy mother.
Why would you
There you go. And this is coming out of Yahweh's mouth.
like that?
Right.
Right. They bearing false
This
witness.
is forcing these.
That's right. Because
bullying and
really
forcing.
rapists, why we ain't locked up?
We'll be locked up.
We'll be locked up. And you can't find no video where we say, hey, go and rape somebody.
Right.
We ain't telling nobody to go rape nobody. That's going to get them locked up, man.
Amos 5 verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
That's right.
And they abhor him that speaketh upright.
That's right.
But guess what? This shows you how much people truly don't care about the word going out. You see? Because if people truly care about the word going out, people really cared about their brothers as they say they do, right? They wouldn't be doing this madness.
Right. Yeah, because they say we should all unite, right?
Say that again?
They say we should all unite, but then they strive with us.
Then they strive with us. Here we go.
See?
Here we go. See?
Yeah, that brother was correct. Paul saying, Paul. That's the same thing our dear brother said last night. We should all unite and come under Yahanna, right? Because he's basically the godsend comforter, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. But like you say, we should all unite, but then they scribe with the brothers.
And this is why it'll never happen. And the scriptures tell you that when Shiloh come, which is the Messiah, then in the gathering of the people shall be. Why? Because men that's in this flesh on this earth, they corrupted, they corruptible, and they want man worship, and they want to sit in the Messiah seat. So ain't no way in hell that we all gonna come together. Go to Qanath.
You know, let it finish play. Let the brother say something, and then you get another video. Let it play, or let it play finish. Then let them say something while you get another video.
Said they be agreed.
Right.
The answer is no. See, we can't agree with these guys, man. You think we can agree with with the spirit of carnality? Absolutely not.
Hey, and we've been here all winter and ain't seen these guys. We've been here all winter and ain't seen these guys. And now it warm up a little bit, and here they go. You see what I mean?
But see, they want to be seen.
Right.
See, that's how a lot of these camps operate. They want to be seen by men. You see? They want to be seen of men. They
Right.
want to be seen as they're just some militant soldiers. This is about the truth, man.
Right.
This ain't about nobody else but the truth. It's
Right.
about Yahawashi Yahawashi. That's who gets uplifted. That's who get exalted. Not no goddamn Yohana, man.
Right.
You see, ain't this the same guy that say he can deal with women in
have anal sex.
Anal sex, right?
Qanath, we talked about that too. And that's what I'm saying. See, this is why Israel would never come together, because you got a dictator or a leader. He'll come up with doctrine and say you can do this, and it's against the scriptures. But then they'll come on here, Qanath, and tell us, but y'all changing doctrine. But you talking about a man can be a sodomite and sleep with his woman in the rectum.
Yeah, we debated IsraelitesColossians on that in the back chats and everything. And we actually, one guy actually left. He said, no, they don't teach that. I said, bro,
yes, it is.
Get on a three-way and I'm gonna prove it to you. And since Aryak was on the phone, all those on the phone, and they all said you can't, a man bed is not defiled or something.
Yeah,
you know, I guess you put shit on your dick, your bed not defiled.
But,
yeah, whatever, man.
You sit here and talking about GMS with the rape doctrine, but they got a sodomite doctrine. That's why I said, y'all, it'll never happen, because that's why the Most High had to break that shit up. He knew that shit was of the devil from the jump. But you know what? I think that's enough on this video, Qanath. The point been proven. Y'all can clearly see that this shit that they did.
Sodomite.
That's sodomy.
Like, come on, man. Sodomite, man. You see? Here we go. Let's go.
Get his ass out, man. Get his ass out, man. General Yohana saying he could deal with a woman and doing it up the butt. Right. And that's inordinate affection.
Right.
Right. So you're supposed to listen to someone and follow that example. No.
Let him finish playing, Shan. There's something I think is gonna come up.
More than this goddamn else. What? More than your heart. What the hell is you talking about?
Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. Pause real quick right there. They mentioned Tahar and Yohana, and none of these guys know them guys. None of them guys was in no middle school with them guys, anything. None of them.
That's what I
said.
said.
Them guys IsraelitesColossians don't know Tahar, and them two bros don't know Yohana.
Nope. But what is it about? The old One West beast from 30 years ago that trickled down to the men, and now it's the lower ranking members is beefing more harder about who their leader is.
And Shan, and you know what? This says your fruit acting just like you.
Yep.
You're saying that spirit that was on you is on your fruit. To go against your own brother. Tahar ain't this. Yohana ain't that. Fight. That's our corner. That's our corner. We the home of the truth. No, we the home of the truth. Right? That's y'all fruit right there. That's your fruit. And you call it the truth.
This is what I'm saying. Y'all don't need to join no camp, because you pretty much entering into a goddamn war that has nothing to do with you. All you young men.
War zone.
These camps. For what? The beef with some niggas you had nothing to do with, a fucking conflict that happened 30 years ago in the fucking school in Harlem that had nothing to do with you. Now you came to serve the Lord, but you caught up now because you got to hate this man and hate that man because they some niggas and they're not Israelites, and that's what's going on. And if this not the Most High showing y'all niggas tonight, I don't know what to tell y'all no more. I don't even care what they say about us, Elder Qanath. F.O.P.E this, da-da-da. Nigga, this is the proof of what we've been saying. Why I ain't coming under nobody. And I'm only serving Yahweh Yahawashi. This is for that reason. Why the hell would I come and join under y'all? When you niggas teach for false doctrine, lies, don't want to change nothing, making money, doing this shit all through the years, and it's still going on, and brothers sitting here acting like it's not true. Like, let's cut the bullshit, man. But I think that's enough on this video. But that's crazy to me.
Y'all brothers go ahead and talk about why you get that video. What y'all feel about that, man? You know, I mean, seriously, you don't have to agree with us.
It's a disgrace. it's a damn disgrace, man. What I'm seeing, because they following a bunch of goddamn heresy ass niggas. They don't know that these niggas ain't got no power at all. Not with the Father either. The Father make the decision on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the only solution, I tell Malachi every day we talk. Only solution is the Most High must put these niggas to fucking death. Excuse my language. You need to kill their ass. They monkey ass need to go. Nate, kill that nigga. Johanna, kill that nigga. Tahar, kill that nigga. And whoever else, kill them all. Because if he don't, he gonna kill a lot of people up in them schools, bro. Because if you believe these damn lying ass niggas, you gonna get caught up in it. I don't want that shit to happen. You understand? I don't give a shit about Johanna. Fuck him. Fuck Nate too. I don't give a damn about none of them. These niggas ain't nothing but damn sellouts, man. And it's time that the Most High put their ass to sleep. Fuck their ass, man. Because if I had the power, I'd kill all of them niggas. And I'm not scared to say it. I kill all of you niggas. I mean that shit. Because I'm sick of this shit.
Well, let me say once again, this is not the views and expressions of F.O.P.E. Right? This is an open platform. This doesn't necessarily mean that we agree to them statements. You know, everybody has a right to their opinion. You know, I think a lot of them are straight liars. I pray that the Most High open their eyes before he does kill them. You know, that's what I hope. I hope that he, because obviously that's what's lining up. You know, but I hope something changed their mind, man, to where they would stop the falsehood. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. It don't look like it, but this is truly spiritual and deep hypnosis. That's the word I'm looking for. Hypnosis right here, man. And hypnosis deal with some form of spells I'm seeing here. I mean, this is deep.
Yo, Q, can I say something quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I talked to Qanath a little more than a month ago, and I said, was Ariel casting spells on the men in the school? He said, absolutely. Now, this is one of the 7. He told me that Ariel was casting spells on these girls. This is what you see with these men now. Johanna's casting spell on these men. Nate casting spell. Any man running these camps, you have a power over man, over these men. You are casting spell on these men because they are not acting accordingly to the scriptures. They acting according to their goddamn camp leader. Whatever your camp leader tell you niggas to do, you follow. And your camp leader ain't got no goddamn ticket to the kingdom, just like your monkey ass either. You niggas don't know that Johanna, and I'm gonna always say it, Johanna ain't gonna make it. Y'all don't, you can take that shit to the bank. That nigga ain't gonna make it. Nate ain't gonna make it. Rakar Shamar ain't gonna make it. Tahar ain't gonna make it, and whoever else. I know these niggas ain't gonna make it because I'm seeing what these niggas is doing, and I'm seeing what they making your ass do. And you damn well think he gonna let you niggas walk through them gates acting like the way you act? That ain't gonna go down up in there, man. He coming with a rod of iron and he gonna put niggas to sleep. Put that shit in your pipe and smoke that.
Now, Khan, you want to say something for Shan play the video? Is he still there, Shan?
Yeah. So this, I want to say this real quick too. At least the elders of the house of David did go to the elders of GMS and try to get them to come to the Ha Mashayach Yahawashi and try to make peace with them. So some of the elders did put forth to try to bridge the gap and resolve some of the issues. Not all, but some did in the nation. So I'm not going to blame it on all the elders, but the ones who don't want to come and thinking that they more holier than thou, and they won't try to come and fix the issues that they had. That way, this issues with all these beefs can be trickled down. They the elders. I'm like, fuck them. They the ones that need to go because they the problem. They keeping a conflict from 30 years going on and on. Now, this video here is the elders of the house of David speaking out against Yahanna. Now, some of y'all might not know about this, but this is what the elders was addressing, some issues that happened back in 1 West. So we're going to listen to what they got to say.
Mashayach the leader. Right. Mashayach the true leader and humble leader. He had like the spirit of Moses in him. He had a humbleness about him. When he can be around any man, anybody, and flesh with that man in the spirit, whether brought in a high position or low position. And they'll follow him. And they'll follow him. You would come in, go into 1 West, wouldn't even know that Mashayach was the leader. That's how humble he was. And then, but bring out the truth, ISUPK. Right. Your leaders are the one who try to murder Mo, conspired to murder him. That's right. You conspired to murder him. Tell your men that. Right. With Lahab in them, you know it. You said you got facts. Right. You said you got facts. Tell your men that you conspired to murder Mashayach.
Now, hold on. Pause that. Now, I don't know if any of this is true, but I tell you, man.
See, and that's what I was saying. That's why I said this, Elder Qanath, before you go in. It would never happen, brother. It's too much blood been shedded, too many skeletons in the closet. How can anybody be worthy to lead the nation when you had this kind of shit going on in 1 West? 1 West is the cancer and the poison to the nation of Israel. Ain't nobody worthy to lead when you got this kind of behavior going on. So how can anybody say that they was righteous or righteous enough to be next in line when you had murder, suicide, all this shit going on in the nation? But go ahead.
No, you know what? This is the thing. Like I said, when you have the engine in the car look good, but if the engine bad, it ain't gonna really move. But it still look good, you know. And that's what's going on with Israel right now. It just need a motor change, man. You know, and men and women need to stop falling behind men. And the guys, you know, they're getting older and some of them just dying, you know. But the guys that's coming in that place, man, just be meek and humble, you know, and don't be afraid to step to a brother or sister and say, look, we all need to talk about whatever, you know, and sit down and talk about it. Now, if you got this type of stuff going on, conspiring to murder someone and beat someone up, this is not of the Most High, man. And don't talk about what the Most High did, right? Or put people to do. He ain't putting y'all to do nothing, especially no harm in nobody, man. So don't be a striker, vision of the Lord, you know. But this is type of stuff, like Shan was saying, been going on for years. Go ahead, Op. This is this.
Mashayach the leader. Right. Mashayach the true leader and humble leader. He had like the spirit of Moses in him. He had a humbleness about him. When he can be around any man, anybody, and flesh with that man in the spirit.
Hey, pause one time. I'm let it go. Pause one time. I'm let it go. That's the problem, brothers and sisters. We keep looking for that leader, that one man. And he already gave us one. That's Yeshua, Yahawashi, Christ. That's he already gave it to him. Gave it to us. That's the God sent comforter. And that's the problem. Because once we start worshiping man on earth, then we all start getting jealous because we're going to think the next man better. One thing we do know, ain't no man ever lived better than Christ. So we know we can't go against that. As long as we keep him as our leader, then there's nothing to get jealous about. But when we pick men as leaders on the earth, and you pick out what's good about him on this part, but you find somebody else, you think he's better than that on that, now you got a competition going. But we know Christ done better than all these men, and better than all these men. He had no blemish, no spot. He passed all the tests of being tempted. All of it. He had the Most High word in his mouth. But we putting other men up, and it makes us angry because we love the men dearly. Because I love brothers too. And I could have found out, man, a lot of people love me, but I'm not your damn leader. Yahawashi is your leader.
You.
And I could just tell you, man, just love them all you can. But go ahead, brother.
And they'll follow him. And they'll follow him. You would go in the one which wouldn't even know that Marshall was the leader. That's how humble he was. And then, but bring out the truth, ISUPK. That's right. Your leaders are the one who tried to murder Mo, conspired to murder him. That's right. You conspired to murder him. Tell your men that. Right. With Lahab in them, you know it.
Damn.
You said you got facts.
Right. You said you got facts. Tell your men that you conspired to murder Marshall with Lahab and Yashuan and Aharon. And who else? Lawyer. Ariella. And Micah. Because you would call the seven, not the seven, you would call this Central Command and the administration. That's what you call yourself. And you conspired to murder Marshall. And these were lies. That you're talking about Marshall died 6 months after, and that the Mosai killed him. Mosai didn't kill him, he died old age. 73 years old. He's been the truth for a long time. So this is the facts right here.
Those are facts.
These are facts. Kafam Gaba, not what you were saying. Those are facts. Right. You're a false witness, and the Mosai hates false witness. Tazaryak, you're a false witness.
When you come in?
2003 Tazaryak and 2006 Kafam Gaba.
Brother, has anyone seen my 95 law?
And we say some painful shit to each other, man. You know, if somebody you didn't like at one time, and God killed them, you know, and that could be true, man. You know, but I never met this brother Marshall, and I heard a lot of people say a lot of positive things about him. You know, and if he's one of the founders or founders of that organization, man, then still should have some sort of respect. You know, it seemed like, and I hate to say this, is the fruit that he gathered, was that him? You know, because I'm looking at this fruit, man, like what the hell is going on? Go ahead,
Marshall was a humble man, but I'm gonna blame him for taking on that role that AREA pushed on him. See, AREA put him up to claiming to be David up in the school. Now, where I'm gonna get in his ass is, you should have standed your ground on that. And so AREA, no, we're not doing that up in here. We're here to teach the Father's word. If he would have stood on that, I would have some sort of respect for him. But I'm not going to give him the respect that a lot of these dudes do. Because I'm going to blame him for that shit, bruh. Because a lot of niggas, a lot of people's life was destroyed with that shit. Claiming that he was David up in there. Niggas giving him credit over Christ. I saw that shit firsthand. And if Malachi would put his microphone, unmute himself, he'll tell you the same shit. We seen that shit. You had niggas giving him more respect than Christ. For real. Yo, Mo's king. Mo's the king. I'm like, Mo didn't save us. I mean, what the hell are you niggas talking about? If you said any damn thing in there, they throw your ass out. I was a damn recluse up in that school any goddamn way. I'm going to keep it 100. There was niggas up in that school, I wanted to hurt them. I'm telling it like it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat the shit. There was niggas up in that school I wanted to physically hurt. That's why I left as many times as I did, you know? But I'm blaming Mo for taking that role on, man. See, these niggas didn't know what the hell to do. They claiming that they was the leaders of the people, but yet on the with the shit you didn't see behind the curtain, them niggas was robbing our people blind up in the school, spiritually, mentally, and physically, man. And there was beef between a lot of them cats. Lahab ain't gonna tell you, but him and Yeshaya had beef. Okay? Yeshaya damn near beat the shit out of Lahab up in the school. Malachi will tell you, Yeshaya beat Lahab ass. I'm gonna keep it 100. He got his ass whooped by Yeshaya. Yeshaya bust him in his ribs or some shit that I heard. There was always beef up in there, man. Niggas did not want to stay on point with these scriptures, man. Listen, like Shah Sam, I ain't got no beef with what you say. That one West philosophy is killing people's spirit in this truth, man. I'm just telling it like it is. And I come out the shit. And I don't support that shit no more, man. I don't support none of that shit no more. None of what these niggas say, I ain't in none of them niggas' corners. I could care less about what they say. Because all of these niggas is lying through their teeth.
That's what I said. Like, it's crazy, and the shit's still going on today. I got 2 more videos, short videos, real quick. And this one right here is another video where Israelite Church and God and Jesus Christ, and this guy's in a goddamn wheelchair. They out there going at it with you remember the Thug Camp, Qanath?
Man, how in the hell you find that video? I remember that, man. That was crazy.
It was of the Lord, brother. He had me.
Man, I remember this video. This was so damn. This is just ugly.
That's just disgusting. But they say that something wrong with us. But we witnessed all this shit through the years.
Man, I remember this video. I remember us talking to the brother afterwards. You know.
Yeah. But see, this is for the newer people who came in. Y'all might have not saw this shit. This shit been going on. It's nothing new.
Nothing. We talked to the brother right after that happened.
Keep on reading that. Come on, keep on reading that. Keep on reading. Page. They gonna skip that page. Keep on reading, brother. Keep on reading. Keep on reading. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Please. No, St. John 14. I leave. St. John. St. John. Nah, you wanna keep on reading that. What they was talking about.
Now you notice he called them a rebel. This the same shit that IUIC be saying, ISUBK. If you're not with them, they'll also call us rebels. You see what I'm saying? And remember Sarnetta was talking about that, rebels, and I was like, the reason why they call brothers rebels, because you won't conform to what they want to do, and under their organization. They all got the same tactics, and it's like the 501c3 scare thing shit. That's why I was telling people, how can 3 people that broke off from the same schools had these big schools and empires, and whenever you leave them, they'll start calling you rebels. You're going to get your name written out the book of life. The Most High ain't with you no more. Is that not government programming, or somebody got these niggas on the same card? Because how can they all do the same shit and say the same shit? It don't make sense. A blind man can see it. They might not be doing everything the same, but a lot of the shit that they doing it exactly the same way. So if y'all can't see the shit after the night, I don't know what to tell y'all. But I would not join any of these fucking congregations and schools. Follow the Lord yourself. You don't need nobody. Learn free online. That's what I tell you to do.
Listen, one more before you get the video, Sham. Who the hell you think wrote the book of life and the names in the book of life? Who is over the book of life? The Father himself. You telling me these niggas got authority over the Most High? Only the Most High in Yahawashi can write you out the book of life. Who the hell are they niggas? These niggas is a joke. I pray he kill all of their ass. I'm not scared to say it. I don't give a shit about these niggas. I'm sick of, it makes me sick that they black ass is still breathing. When Comfy got sentenced, and Qanath will tell you, and me and him both said that nigga not gonna make it to prison. I think we said together, the Most High might kill his ass. Am I lying, Qanath?
No, we both said that, you know what, when we found out he went to jail, we said we don't think he's gonna make it out. We think he's gonna die. And I think like a week later or less, he was gone.
Most High took his ass out of here. So I'm praying the Most High do that shit to Yohana. I'm praying he do that shit to Nathaniel, because they ass got to go. All right? Because I'm gonna say this too. One more. Mm-hmm. You notice since he took Comfy monkey ass out, have you heard these niggas? Anything from these niggas? They done. Because he was the money bag.
Their entire school is shut down.
That's it.
Baltimore is
there you go. They done.
Members dispersed, because we had the video where the brother came on. He said the members dispersed. You still got some members who just learning online, but majority of them left out the faith and they just dipped. They disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
It was over because they realized, hey, we got duped. This man wasn't the comforter. He wasn't the Holy Spirit. That's what they were taught.
So what you think gonna happen if your hunter die?
Same shit.
What do you think is going to happen if Nate died? The same shit. That's why he must put these niggas to death. They got to go.
He not going to let these men have them stranglehold over the
No,
people. So he
no.
said, you know what? Do you think somebody else going to step up in their place? He ain't going. I don't think the Most High going to allow it, because you got to exalt Yahawashi. How do you exalt the king? You got to take down the heads and the script. That's why the scripture says he going to come and bring judgment. He going to start at his house first, and he going to start at the ancient of men. Who are they talking about? The elders, the leaders, the rulers of Israel. They got a stranglehold over the nation. They the ones got to go first, because they the ones that's commanding the rest of the people, and then the people worshiping them and idling them and not worrying about the king. So when you got people like that, that's giving more praise and reference and authority over the Messiah, that becomes a problem. So they're not exalting Yahawashi. That's what it should be all be about. I should be walking with everybody in the Passover normal like everybody else. With my brothers and sisters, talking to everybody, we good, y'all, we gonna make it. Not on a fucking horse, not with security around me like I'm on some mob type shit, like I'm moving like in the Nation of Islam, not people rubbing my feet and I'm more holier than thou, when you just a damn servant. So now you're getting praise, glory, and worship and honor, and now you're not a normal man. That's not scriptural, brother. You're making yourself an idol towards the people.
A mortal God.
Exactly. And that's what y'all seeing. And that's why yesterday, what I do? I showed Israel United Christ Passover. Then you see Nathaniel Passover. He was doing it first. Now you see them doing the same shit. Now you generally hunt them doing the same shit. Everybody coming through. They doing this and that. Now they got the fashion show, and where the single ladies, and where that's at in Israel, we supposed to do and behave like that. That's ungodly, man. I'd rather stay away from that kind of shit. Why? Because bringing my wife and kids around that would influence them and think that that's how the nation's supposed to go, and that's what we supposed to do. And no, we're not supposed to behave like that. It ain't supposed to be no lady nights, women getting up there dancing, hey, who's the single ladies out here and all that crazy shit, man. Why that's set in scripture? So that's why I'm so hard body against this shit.
Yo, they trying to make this shit like it's like you going to the club. Nigga, this ain't about the club, nigga. The hell is with these fools?
It's all about the truth. So I'm gonna play this. I think this might be the lesson.
Left behind. We get left out. And he shall give you another confidence. The first covenant was the Old Testament. That's right. The first that when you see was the New Testament. That's right. We go back to follow the New Testament street. Go ahead. That he made the water for Go ahead. Even the spirit of truth, go ahead. Whom the world cannot receive, go ahead. Because they see him not, go ahead. We don't know him. The God said you can't see the Holy Spirit. I see that. You can only see the God.
All right, that's enough on that. I see y'all get the point. As you can see, like I said, this stuff been going on, family. That all the camps been beefing, and there's way more videos out there. But I just wanted to show the older ones to show y'all the ones from 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 13 years ago. This shit been going on, man. But it's still on the internet. A lot of people don't even know. They probably ain't got access to those YouTube channels anymore. And I want to play this last video right here. And that's it.
When you had to be credible just to rap. Some of you niggas, I'ma need evidence of your facts. I see you cover up because it's evident that you whack. You tried to move a couple of packs to boost your stats. You was never able to tell the truth from a fable.
I raised Rakash Yah up like one of my sons, and he turned on me and said and admitted that he turned on me. A lot of people don't know the story. I raised Rakash Yah up in that school. And Rakash Yah got together with some evil, wicked brothers, and they seduced him into turning against me and falsely accusing me of stealing. That's another thing, too, if I could, briefly. Them old nasty pieces of garbage from that candy cane. Tazadaki and them brothers that Tazadaki's whole upper cabinet practically comes from brothers from Philly. And them brothers from Philly were all taught by me. And them brothers from Philly were taught better. That's why right judgment is important. Because you brothers that got thrown, that Tazadaki used for 15 years, and then threw you out, and then let another man sleep with your woman and take over your house with your kid, treated you like a filthy heathen. Even the white man wouldn't have done that to you. But you all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Even the white man wouldn't have did that. But you turned around and you sat in there for 15 years and watched that piece of garbage rob the Lord's people. And here's why you got what you got. You got what you got because you let them accuse an innocent man, myself, in the ISUPK. Let me tell you something, man. For 15 years, I had to fight that stigma you tried to put on me as a thief. Well, the Lord gave you a real thief. And that candy cane piece of garbage stole all your money, bought condos, bought a Rolls Royce, bought houses, gave his woman jewelry and diamonds, and filled his coffers with your money because you wanted a real thief. Because a righteous man, you accused him of being a goddamn thief.
That's right.
And I ain't never stole a dime out this school. Right. And that's why I'm in charge of it right now.
That's right.
Because the Lord knows better than me. Oh, wicked nigga. And this old idiot here, Rakash Yah, was my son. Yeah, man. Listen, it's hard to divorce from your sons, okay? I love every one of you. You turn up, I'm curse you out too. But I love y'all because of the great things you do while you're here. And I hated to hear about it, but he knows better.
Now, you see how he calling him his son, right? And as I said before, y'all, that's because all of them got this so-called I'm your spiritual father doctrine, where I'm your spiritual father, where Yahawashi said, call no man on this earth your father, except your earthly father. But they got this thing where, oh, I'm your spiritual father, and you supposed to get counsel from me, and they use these doctrines on his men, and that's how they manipulate them.
Can I say something, Sham?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that nigga's a liar. He had brothers working on the oil tables in the school. Do you know that nigga wasn't paying them?
Hey, I can believe it.
And a brother named Kahun, one time, I'm going to try to get him on here one time. He'll tell you the story better than me.
But that's all I needed to show. But y'all go now.
Mm-hmm. But that nigga was robbing brothers, man, that was working on them oil tables. And a brother told Marsha, and Marsha got on his ass, and they kicked him out the school for a bit. I wasn't in school, but this is what he told me. And then they let him come back. But he that nigga's a liar, man.
Was that in 83? Because I know Elder Barak.
No, that was like in 90.
Okay, because I know Elder Barak said him and Johanna came into school sort of around the same time. And
no, Johanna came in the 80s, like 82, 83.
Yeah, that's what Elder Barak was saying. Because he was like, Elder Young came a year later. And he was like,
Tahar came in 84.
He said that Johanna was in there and he left for a while and then he came back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Elder Barak was saying. Like he was in the truth, he left. And it was like these old videos of Johanna when he was selling tapes. But when you look at these old videos of him, I'm not trying to be funny. He looked like he had the spirit of a sodomite on him. And I always said that, like he looked at like he was like kind of sweet, but had some sugar in his tank. And those videos when he was younger, selling those DVDs or whatever like that back then. But I don't think that video on YouTube no more. Elder Qanath, you woke? Qanath.
I think he stepped away.
Oh, he stepped away. But yeah, family. So as y'all can see, this is the proof that I was showing y'all that this stuff been going on. A lot of brothers are guilty of it. They are lying to y'all, telling y'all that they haven't been going to brothers' camp spots, causing no issues. They've been doing this for years. It's been a interwar with the elders and it passed down to the younger men, and it's just still going on amongst the camps today. And that's the issue. It is. It's just that they need to work out their problems with themselves, and all the stuff with the younger men will probably resolve themselves, because it's like they teaching the younger men to hate the leaders of the other congregations, and that's what's really causing the rift. Because like I said, them two dudes, they came into the knowledge years later under the One West banner, but they beefing with each other because his elders is the elders Tahar and apostles, and his elders and leaders are the generals, and they got a conflict from One West from over 30 years ago. Now, do that make any sense, Elder JT?
Hell no.
And it's just straight poison in the nation, family. That's the problem. And that's what we need to be cleaned up out of the nation.
Yo, do you know, listen, the best thing I ever did when I finally left, because I left like 3 times. The 3rd time I left for good. I left in 94 for like, I don't know, 3-4 months. And then I stayed for like to the end of 96. And then I left again for 2 years. Came back in 99. I stayed for like a little more than 8 months. I left for good. Because I seen there was no growth in there, man. It was just niggas at each other's throats. Beef. It was beef in there when me and Malachi was in there. Niggas was on that rank shit. I'm a general, you under me, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come in there for that shit. I came in there to learn.
Why is it that the ranking system is you over me during the year you come in? Why is it not over about how much knowledge somebody got and how good they is in the scripture? Why is it that I came in 94 and you came in 95, so I'm over you because I'm an officer of this? And what if you're not that good or versed in teaching the scriptures? Or you not, you know what I'm saying? You're not a good reader, or you know what I'm saying? Because you know, people have their strong points and weak people have their weak points. And that's what I don't understand about the whole order that they try to use in One West. Everybody is not meant to be a leader. Everybody is not meant to be a speaker on the mic, because everybody not good at that.
I'm not a speaker. I can speak, but I'm not. I don't feel I'm a teacher. Listen, I believe I'm an organizer. I know how to organize shit. These niggas talk shit, but I get shit done. There's a difference. I'm not about to talk. I'm about getting it done. I don't want to stand on them damn corners. Because what am I getting out of standing on them corners anymore, man? I'm too damn old. Let them young niggas be out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm creeping up almost 60 years old in a couple years. I got like three years and some change. I ain't standing on them corners no more, man. Me and Malachi, we done did our time on them streets. Malachi gonna be like 55 years old. Come on, man. He too old to be out there. And we too old to be rolling with this bullshit with these dudes, man.
So Abar says, why you suggested no solution? I don't know who you're talking to, but I did suggest a solution. The solution is that we need the elders to get together and work
that
out
ain't gonna never happen.
Old 30-year-old beef. I know, because of what was said about people trying to kill people and all that. And that's why I said that's why I would never end, because the Most High got the thing divided like this for a reason. Point blank, period.
Listen, from my time being in this walk and Malachi's time being in this walk, me and Malachi talk like every damn day. He know I get a little heated about this shit, but the reason why I get heated, because I'm seeing what these men are causing, the damage. You understand what I'm saying, champ? The damage these men are causing. And I tell them, and I straight say it, the only solution that I see the Father need to do is put these niggas to death. That's end of it, end of story.
So this brother says, after they took the check in 1975, it changed them, and the splinter groups was born, and it's all about greed. What you say about that, Elder JT?
I agree with them, because they've been going after they ass since the 60s. For real. They've been trying to get a hold of them, try to get to him since the 60s, man. So what he's saying is 100% true. Listen, our weakness in the school was money. If you write that nigga a check, that nigga would do with anything you want. That's what his weakness was. Every man in there had a weakness. Aria's was the money. Simple nigga like Shaw, his was the women. Okay? And that goofball ass nigga, he was too damn stupid to have any position of power in the school. Okay? But I'm just saying, listen, I don't see these cats coming together because there's too much damn pride and egos, man. None of these niggas got the power to save nobody, but they'll tell you that shit. If you leave me, you ain't in the truth. Nigga, and I'm going to keep it 100 with that. I knew this shit before your hunter knew it. Or a lot of niggas that was in that school. I knew I was an Israelite when I was a child, going back in the 70s. Okay? Your hunter wasn't in this shit in the 70s. Okay?
You know, we can.
A few men in there know this shit before me.
Oh,
huh?
Oh, yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, yeah. Gary, go ahead. Let Gary say something if you want to say something.
No, it's Michael. No, it's echoing. Somebody Mike was echoing. But go ahead. Elder Don P was on first. Go Elder Don P.
Yeah, Don, go ahead.
Shalom, my brothers, brother JT, the nephew Sham, Brew. Shalom, brother Q, man, and brother Gad, nephew Gad. Shalom. Hey, I'm loving the discussion. You had me cracking up, brother JT. You had me cracking up when you say goofy. It's like, okay, he's showing his age. I'm about to be, 50, and in a couple months. So, I got a little bit more on you guys, but for real, there's nothing new under the sun. When they saw that brothers were actually moving on a platform that they couldn't control called the truth, then they implemented, COINTEL 2.0. And that is the infiltration with these groups and these people. See, this is the face that they're showing America, and I think I put it in the chat last night. How in the hell can you get organized to bring his group down there when them rabbis was finna show up to protest? And they diverted it. Now, there were a lot of clues. When y'all watch videos, look for the clues. They're usually going to be Messianic clues. Look for them. 33 in there. You'll see 33 a lot. But this lets you know, this is signaling. This is why, in mantra and dogma, you see all the hand signals. Because they're signaling. Your politicians, when they're giving speech, someone, look at what they're doing. Look at their hand gestures and so forth. Remember, this country was built on masonry. All of the leaders, the founders of this country were all 33-degree Masons, starting with George Washington. This is a satanic land. They want to say, in God we trust. I'm sorry, which God are you talking about? So, this is organized confusion. These are the doorstops. So when the raid happens, they have easy access to take us out the game. There's people I love, but I be on Farrah Khan, a 33-degree Mason. People don't understand that this is organized opposition. Put together the construct of race to hide the truth. See, race is supposed to be about melanation, but it's not about melanation because melanated people succeed very well in this world. No, 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 no. It's really about the children, and the leader of to us is Esau, backed up by Ishmael. And Ishmael actually kicked the party off with the Arab slave trade, and then Esau took it to the transatlantic war. The thing about it is we have to get outside of the idea this ain't about race. This is about who we are. And one of the strategies that the enemy leverages well is divide and conquer. So this is where we are today. We have people that have been awakened to the truth, are regardless of how they practice it. I believe that we believe in the fullness of the Most High Yah, which is that He sent His Son, Ha Mashayach, to redeem us from our sins. No more bulls and goats and sheep and all that to take away our sins. He was once for all. We believe in the Torah. We believe in the judgments. We believe in the ordinances and the standards. That's where we are in our understanding and our belief. Other people believe other stuff, but if you deny Him, you don't have life. So that's a whole nother story. But these are the divisions that Hasatan brings in. To be a remnant. And so, you know what? Like I was encouraging some of my other brothers in some other assemblies, because I really don't believe we're at camp. We're the protégé of Yahushua Mashiach. And that's who we are, man. It's just like we're that lost sheep. He's gonna bring his fold together from the four corners in which they were scattered. And I was saying today on a panel, it's like, if my people who are called by my name, we are Yasharel. We are the children. We are the only nation He is known. He said, "Have I known?" I believe somewhere He said, "Only you have I loved." And so this, the envy of the nations is the thing that they hate. They hate the most. And so if you want to know why you're hated and all these things are happening, it's because the Most High told you, you are the apple, the pupil of my eye. And it's like, for those who love Him, we're just like the very breath for our Father. We are the light and joy. And this it's like a man who planted a field with good seeds, and then the enemy came and sowed tares. And the servants of the Most High, or the servants of the servant of the Most High, came to him and said, "What do you want us to do? Should we pull these things up? Because they mingling, they using the resources, and they spotlight, and they confusing the world. They causing discord. They got the world confused because we look like them, but we're not them, and we're bad. We're not edible. We're not consumable, but we look like them. So, Master, what do you want us to do?" He said, "You know what? The ninjas grow up together, and I'll separate them." So, Brother JT, your wish is going to be His command. And as Caleb said, I can well take this mountain. Folks look at me and be like, there's no way you're the eight. Brother, I got single-edged swords. I got hey, I'm well able to take this mountain. And so, I actually believe, JT, that the Most High is going to utilize. We are the host of Yahusha, and man, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Shasham, thank you for allowing me to have a space to voice what was in my heart, mind, what was in my heart, mind, to just try to reach out to our brothers and sisters and say that, listen, this is foolishness. This is the foolishness of the enemy. And so let's not get too wrapped up. Let it not derail us from the things that the Most High has called us to do. Because, emotions run high. I love my people. If y'all come against them, it is what it is. Like I said in my messages last night, in the progression of things, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a real problem. And F.O.P.E ain't no camp. It's a quotogene. It's an assembly. It is folks that love each other, that call each. And then, as in any family, you got certain people that click together and it's like, hey, let's do this stuff together. I come from a large family, and that's kind of how we do things. But it don't matter. It don't mean that we ain't one whole family. Man, you mess with one of us, y'all know how they go. You mess with one of us of a big family. You mess with one of us, you got problems. I land my plane there.
Oh, go ahead, Gad. We can't hear you. Your mic muted.
Can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Shalom, the F.O.P.E, Qanath, Sharshem, JT, Ben Yehuda, Shalom. I wanted to make 2 quick points. You don't mind if I share my screen real quick? Because I want to show y'all something. Because there was you guys are, I don't know, Sharshem, I'm not sure. Did you play the one with 2 years ago where IEYC and ISUBK were beefing over a street corner? Are you muted, Sharp?
Yeah, we played a couple of those videos yesterday. Let me see the one you talking about though. Share it and I'll let you know.
Okay. I want to make a point. And I think I'm not the only one saying this about the situation. I'm sharing it right now. So here, okay, this one right here. Now,
I think so. Let me see. Yeah, we played that one yesterday.
Play that one. Now, did you guys go into like what's the name? DP was talking about the hand gestures and how
no, I didn't go into that.
Okay. Because this video, I find it funny that this is an ISUBK video, but you have the IUIC member doing the pyramid hand sign. Now look, of course, I'm not going to play the audio or anything, but I just want to show. Okay, right there, you see how the camera just panned on this dude while they're both going back and forth with each other, and the dude is just sitting up here looking, just right there, doing that right. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is the simple fact that because I pointed this out when this happened 2 years ago, right? And I remember, some of them guys like Soccer War and ISUBK, they and both members of these factions, these ignorant followers, they'll call you conspiracy theorists and all this other madness, right? But isn't it ironic that whenever there's a conflict, there's always some weird bullshit going on with these guys? this right here is not by accident. It's not by coincidence. And you guys were just mentioning earlier about the COINTELPRO, right? Well, you know, IUIC, I mean, if you deal with the color scheme that they have, very similar to, you know, certain color schemes of masonry. And of course, you have the purple and gold, which also goes back to the Knights of Columbus from the stuff that I researched. There's a lot of occultic things going on with IUIC, and then of course UPK, they wear all black, no different than how the Ish people wear all black. How the Black Panthers, who we know were COINTELPRO agents, a particular Huey P. Newton, right? I don't know about Fred Hampton, but Huey was definitely one, and there some of the leaders that was up in that group wearing all black. Why? Because they were Saturnians. All right.
Nephew, I want to co-sign you. I want to co-sign you and let me back when you're done. Oh, you are coming with it, and folks don't even know. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. But yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I want to hear your take on it, because this is what, you know, it's funny because you had this happen 2 years ago. Now you had this happen again, and it just so happened that somebody recorded this, right? What if all this stuff was being staged to distract us from something that's coming bigger down the line? You know, that's something that we got to look at, because these guys, you know, it is what it is. You know, both of these guys both of these groups have affiliations and ties with the F.O.P.E, Fraternal Order of Police, with IUIC. Nate has been accused. Nate is in bed with the Rosicrucians. So are General Yohana. And they're all talking about uniting everybody into their group. What is that going? That goes back to? It goes back to the Roman Catholic Church. You know, Catholicism means universalism, universal school of practical knowledge, or, you know, Israeli school of universal practical knowledge, or however which way, you know. So I'm kind of on the fence of thinking that all this stuff is all being scripted and orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? And
You tap dancing on folks' heads. For real. You are tap dancing on folks' heads. So the nephew TCA did a video running back through all of this. So when you look at Huey P. Newton, when he first came on the spot, and the media was interviewing him. Now remember, who runs the media? When they was interviewing him, this ninja was wearing a black and silver Raiders jersey with the number, I think 33 was one of an all-star at that particular, in that particular time. This is also the particular time when we had Ronald Reagan, who will come up again later, but in national history as the president, what he did to our people. See, this is all scripted stuff. And folks drop they drop the signs to let you know, or let them folks know which way this is flowing. And I can believe that these folks went up into the Capitol in Sacramento intentionally under the orders of their paymasters to compromise the Second Amendment rights of blacks in California. Now you have to understand the history of California and why they wanted those rights compromised. Now let's leap forward to this nigga Nathaniel. In his interview, and how his troops just happened to show up and capture national media. But the only interview that this nigga had was with a station whose channel number. Come on, man. Come on, man. This thing is called controlled opposition. Do you understand on the fear groups, the hate groups that would be coming up that they would label that they could? Do you understand that the black Hebrew Israelites is under that shit, courtesy of our black president? This Manzer, whose mama is an Ashkenazi CIA, and whose daddy is a Negro. Man, the game is jacked up. Israel, wake up. Jacob, wake up. You being played. The game runs deep, man. The game runs deep. Some of the books that you don't even understand that they piecemeal these books together from other books, like the books of Samuel. They piecemeal those books. They piecemeal that book together from like Enoch, I believe Jubilees as well. These folks have been they've been playing with the truth. They haven't, the Most High hasn't allowed them to eliminate the truth, but it's been the truth edited. So they could fit narratives and things that didn't fit their note. The truth about who we are, the truth about who they are, the truth about what's going to happen. It's like, this is crazy. We are seriously in a matrix. I didn't say the matrix. We are seriously in a matrix. Up is down and down is up. You believe it. Male is female. Female is male. This is crazy. So, brothers, we have to be vigilant. And you know what? This is what we have to depend on. The Ruach HaKodesh will lead the Qodashim of Yahawashi. Our Father Abiyah will lead us into all truth. But this is a maze, and that's why it's only going to be a remnant. Most folks don't want to study to show themselves approved. They don't want to crack the book between the 7 days in the week book to understand for themselves. And if they follow their Pastor Pork Chop or their Pastor KFC, they're going to be lost, because you need the entire counsel that is provided by the Most High. Yeah. So I feel like my meter has run out of coins, so I'm gonna go ahead and land my plane there and refill.
Yeah, con, brother. I mean, it's something that they've been planning for. That's why they set up a lot of these groups, during the civil rights movement and a little before then. So
is my mic echoing? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Somebody got feedback. So if you got a second of the device that you're using on StreamYard, close that out. If you got a YouTube device, if you got YouTube open on that same device that you run the StreamYard, close it out, because that's what's causing the echo.
Can you hear me better?
Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Whoa. Who's that? Yeah, you were coming through clean.
Hold on. I'm just trying to hear my mic. If I'm the one echoing, can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah. Is it the setting? Yeah.
No, what I think it is that right now. Do y'all hear me echoing?
Yeah, you're good now. Oh,
yeah. So what it is it's the crossbreeding of the mics. Somebody got a high radiation mic, and mine not. So when I turn mine on, it depends. So it's like I got to be muted when somebody else is talking. Maybe it's Don P. Say something, Gad. Let me see if it'll do it.
Yeah.
I think my
yeah, it's down.
I think it's my mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That, to Don P's point. And this is the problem. And I'm gonna say this: a lot of brothers and sisters that are in this knowledge that either follow camps or don't follow camps. There's some that understand that there's an esoteric aspect. All right. And there's inner workings of the occult / cabal that is working within these groups. It's just what it is. I mean, you hear Malachiam, you hear JT, who was back in the original school. You hear a lot of different people's testimonies, right? People back in the old school, what these guys, the sinister things that these guys were doing, right? And some of these newer Israelites, right? A lot of them, there's some that see it, but then there's others that are just blind to it and willfully blind to it, willfully ignorant of it, and the more everything's going to come full circle because they're being warned now. Eventually, it's going to be very apparent that these guys were never with you and never wanted to be. All they wanted was you to be in their pyramid scheme, giving them all the money, you being basically the hoe while they be the pimp, while they pimp you out, living high off that tithe money, off of that membership money, whatever you want to, whatever you want to call it. 100, I think it's what, $70 something to be up in IUIC a month or something like that. And all these guys got to pay memberships and nothing that's in the scriptures, nothing dealing with the tithing and whatnot. But regardless though, that's what's going on. And a lot of these brothers and sisters, they're not going to figure out until it's too late, until their ass is in the FEMA camp. And they don't. And here's the funny thing: these guys don't believe in the FEMA camps or being put in the concentration camp. But it's spoken of in the book of Second Ezra in the Apocrypha that you're going to be put in cells, and it says that you're going to be what that you're going to be in days being idle. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be idle in prison and whatnot. So, I'm paraphrasing the scripture, but all in all, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, it's all, like I said, it's going to come all full circle. And really, the people that's going to be really in danger are the dumbasses that are still in these groups and following these men. And oh, go ahead.
Oh, nephew, I was just going to validate what you were saying, man, because you are speaking truth. And so I'm going to follow in. When you finish what you're talking about, nephew, I'm going to give the hard facts about what you were just saying and what you said. So go.
Yeah, I'm just going to finish off a couple things. I'm going to bring out two scriptures real quick, because this whole camp stuff, man, it brings a lot of envy and strife and guys trying to get over and trying to have rank and trying to lord over people and whatnot. But it's all said that the Most High exalted who He wants to exalt, regardless of their abilities of what they can do. He can raise up rocks, like He said, like Yahawashi said. Yahawashi said he can raise up rocks to be in our place, you know. But let me get Psalm 75 real quick. Psalm 75:5. Lift up not your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. So in other words, don't speak highly of yourself, or speak in a boastful sense, and speak not with a stiff neck. It's like you can't be told nothing, basically. Verse 6, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. In other words, promotion or exaltation is not going to come from a contrived rank, from a contrived individual who has contrived rankings of their own. Self-proclaimed apostles, self-proclaimed prophets, self-proclaimed bishops and captains and officers and all this other foolishness, right? But God is the judge. He putteth down one, and he setteth up another. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red, it is full of mixture, and he poureth out the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. But I will declare forever, and I will sing praises of the God of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. He's going to exalt the righteous in the end. We're going to know who the true prophets are in these last days of, you know, like there were prophets of old, there's prophets now, but it may not be who you think it is. You dig what I'm saying? Or the true men to lead people to the new covenant and lead them to Yahawashi in the resurrection. You understand? So that's who's going to be exalted. Now, I want to bring out one more scripture, and I'm gonna close what I wanted to say on this. Let me go to the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, and the Apocrypha, the 11th chapter, real quick. Yeah, Sirach 11, and let's go here. Sirach 11 and all right. Yeah, Sirach 11:11. And it reads, there is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste, and it's so much more behind, right? So you have guys that try to, in these camps, I go out every week teaching on a goddamn street corner every week. I'm over you because I've been around a lot longer, or whatever. Even though the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 4th chapter, the 8th verse says, wisdom is not measured in the length of time. All right. At the end of the day, the most wisdom is given to the gray hairs of the righteous, right? There is, good people labor in both of these labors and works that they talk about, right? But it says, there is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind. Again, verse 12, again, there is another that is slow and have need of help, wanting ability and full of poverty, right? This might be a person that is not highly esteemed amongst many men, many women, many people in general, right? That have need, that's slow, that's wanting a help, may have a deficiency mentally, speech impediment, so on and so forth, right? And I'm gonna read it again. Again, there is another that is slow and have need of help, wanting ability and full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Lord look upon him for good, and set him up from his low estate, and lifted up his head from misery, so that many that saw it marveled at him. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, and poverty and riches come of the Lord. All right. So the Most High exalted, and he brings down and he exalted up. He gives promotion. He's the one that elevates you, not by contrived fake rankings or fake titles like apostle this, apostle that, prophet this, prophet that, commanding general this, general that, officer this, captain that. All those are fake rankings and contrived and self-proclaimed by men that have no power and have absolutely nothing to do with the Most High. The Most High did not send these niggas, like it tells you in the book of Jeremiah. All right, in the book of Ezekiel, he did not send these niggas. All right, the Most High is going to exalt these men, the true men in these last days, and it behooves everyone to be humble, because the example that these clowns that you see in these goddamn satanic, Rosicrucian, Freemasonic, devilish, all right, antichrist groups of these camps are leading you to the goddamn lake of fire, man. That's what it's leading you to. So it behoove you, because of their pride, envy, and hatred for their own people that they claim to love, and their hatred for the Most High in Ha Mashayach Yahawashi in the Holy Spirit. Stay away from these groups. Look at them as an example of what not to be. In fear and tremble at the Most High, for the judgments coming upon them, and have faith and hope that the judgment that you will be exempt from judgment based off of righteous works through humility and meekness. So that's all I have to say.
Hallelujah. Nephew, I mean, they're gonna bring you a towel while you sitting down, go sit in the big chair. Let them bring you a towel and all that other stuff, all them other rituals that them niggas be doing, man. Hey, they know that they done lost the credibility in the black church. They know what phase we're at in the game. See, opposition has moved towards Yasharel, but that the groundwork was laid for that. I'm trying to remember. Oh no, it wasn't even on this. It was another brother's channel that was cracking that knowledge, that we have been labeled under Barack Obama's ex as a danger. The Hebrew Israelite is a danger to America in terms of hate groups. So we have to watch how we tread, because now we in target on our back. What I see from here going forward with the propaganda machine is they're going to be pushing us forward into that position. They control all of the metrics of the society. They control the media, which also includes the educational information. They control what you see and what you hear, what you watch. That's entertainment. They control the halls and the seats, and they are the captains of industry. They have been at the forefront of the transatlantic war against our people, where we are prisoners of war behind enemy lines. Somebody better read Deuteronomy 28. The deal is this. They have created these camps. Okay? That's how we refer to them. We refer to them as camps. Even as much as they might be a Nazi camps, they have a detrimental ideology towards the people that find themselves within these camps. And these camps are government controlled. That's why these fools get to live lavishly, okay, off the delicacies of Babylon. Nigga, you worth $150 million and you're not buying no land in Africa and setting up a whole community for your people to get them away from the pressures and the oppression of America. $150 million, and you're not setting up industries and putting these brothers to work to build. Give me $150 million. Man, I had Sharsham, my executive vice president of whatever. He'll get in where he fit in. See, I got introduced to the camp ideology through what was it? Was not GOCC? Was it GOCC? The little black one, and he had his little what I call his little monkey, and he was NYPD. Yeah, he was NYPD. But I don't know if he left them or whatever. It doesn't matter. But he got clowned by Michael Brown, and Sakari took down Michael Brown. They stayed away from the chart because all of them didn't want to deal with the issue of the chart. That's why they stayed away from the chart, because both of them issued the chart. Because Brown is he's a professed one of them Uish heritage people. So none of them wanted to deal with the issue of the chart, because then you start dealing with people's identities. But you know what? I've been talking a whole lot. I just really love the fact that the nephew Gad, hey, Acts 17:11. Study to show yourself approved. I used to belong to a fellowship, and it was really funny because my pastor brought out something today about how in the Christian church you have a righteous lesson, but what it was a hit piece on somebody in particular. I found out later that this pastor that I had in full gospel, man, some of his sermons were just straight hit wife. I'm like, are you fucking for real? Why the whole time he trying to push up on my cousin? This is ridiculous. And you know what? Let me tell you something. These camps are just an extension of the foolishness of what took place in the Christian churches and the Baptist churches. Okay? The names have been changed to indict the guilty. You get the cliff notes of who they are. Because these niggas, just like the other people, I'm saying, them other people reinvent themselves. This is why their Hollywood name is different from their birth certificate name. Oh, and they also deal in child swapping. This is demonic, straight though. And these camps, do you think that Hasatan only made the offer to Yahusha Hamashiach? Yahusha what? Hamashiach? Do you think he only made the offer to him? All you got to do is bow down and work, and everything you see will. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Why? Because I stole it. Thief and a liar, I land my plane there.
Yeah, I mean, he basically offered Yahawashi to bow down to the goat, man. Basically. And symbolism comes in many different forms, man. As I've been studying this since 2010, about all this occultic madness, really since 2009. Years before I even came to the knowledge, man. When you look at Nate riding on this high horse, right? Not only was that a mockery of Revelations 19, and these fools, oh my God. you know, but see, here's the thing. That's why I see why, you know, JT. Well, I feel the same way. You know, like the most I got to kill a lot of these dudes, man. You know, I'm just gonna be honest with you. A lot of these people give them the power. What I witnessed last night, as much as I was before I went to sleep, with the brother that F.O.P.E was dealing with, that you know, they knew Bilal. I'm you know, I'm not going to get into none of that with their that's their personal thing, but I'm just dealing with what needs to be said as far as what I've seen from my standpoint. Now, I used to call GMS a bunch of Jim Jones babies back in the day, little after I left their camp, because when I was in that camp and I left, I really did believe that I was going to be destroyed by the Most High, because that was the psychological conditioning in witchcraft and sorcery and mind control that they had on people. I wasn't fully all the way in, which was the reason why I did stand out in the camp for 9 months. When I got in the camp, I was only in there for 6 months. But I felt there was some kind of evil ass spirit that was up in there. And then of course, you know, these guys was you know, making videos saying the Most High gonna kill me, destroy me, and all this other stuff. Lied on me, said I had Huntington's disease, which is a brain eating disease that I'm gonna bug out in the next 2 years. You know, like, I mean, this is what goes on in these. This is cult member bullshit 101. It doesn't matter what camp you go to, right? All of these particular members say the same fucking thing. Excuse my language, brothers and sisters, but I just gotta call it what it is.
That's what I've been saying for the longest, Ged. Just like you said, every time they do the same thing, say, what's going to happen to you if you leave? It's the same tactics, and it's like they all on the same program.
Exactly. And you know what? Another thing that they said, bro. You know what? Another thing you can say that you could say about that, right? They all, because they all regurgitate the same rhetoric from their elders, and this is how you know it's evil, because it's the same. Yeah, it might be a different flavor, right? IUIC has the boule slash fraternity type party spirit. GMS might be the hardcore kind of street, kind of, you know, don't give a damn type of a spirit. You have ISBK who boast themselves to be militant. Even with all that being said, these are just different branches of the same tree. All their members act the same exact way, but it's just for their camp, and they regurgitate the same thing. My elder is the truth. This is the truth. All right.
Nephew. You know, if you leave the Church of God in Christ, you know you don't have salvation. You know, if you're not a member of the Church of God in Christ, you don't have salvation, nephew. You know that, right? So you and me meet up and let's go join the Church of God in Christ so that we can have salvation. Go ahead, nephew.
That's but you know what? But that's why I say this is the exact reason why I say they pull from 48 Laws of Power. They pull from that. They pull a little bit from the same mind control CIA tactics from Jim Jones. All right. And they pull, there's another book. Is it what's the book called? I have the book myself. It's called War, was it it was by Sun Tzu, but we don't even know what Sun Tzu is. I mean,
The Art of War.
Art of War, yeah, which was created by the Jesuits. That book. They all use all three of these different little tactics and combine them to formulate a group that they have. All of them do, but the same kind of spell, the same kind of mental condition that all of these members have. ISBK, IUIC, GMS, Sakari, even. And I can tell you, when I was up in that group, initially it wasn't there, but I did suspect, oh boy, Alizar sold out. I suspected that back in 2015 because I was questioning certain conversations why I can't say that what's his? He said, "Oh man, you can't talk about Trayvon Martin's father being a Mason because that's all speculative." Even though that was on his Facebook, I was just saying that was a sacrifice. Everybody that there were certain things.
Come on, nephew.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was away from my phone, but I wanted to chime in before Sharsham got it in because it's like that's in my library. Art of War, very interesting book, especially the battlefield chapters.
Yeah.
And I had some occasions where it's like, oh, I'm sweet. All I got to do is position X, Y, and Z. Anybody knows that, anybody read that book knows what I'm talking about. And you're done. See, if and I'm in the hills, you're done. You're done. But these are all, let's see, Art of War. Then you got the Art of Profitability. That's another book. That book will have you reading 30 of the books. Like Made in America, it book twice, which is the Sam Walton unofficial autobiography. So they got their plans, man, and they be giving their people this information, and is primarily to use. You just have to remember, where does the story start and where does the story end? If you don't understand Genesis 1:1 going forward, you will not understand Revelations. And Most High bless you, the Ruach HaKodesh you, and you read some other things that may not have fit into that 66-degree parameter. Because I don't know if you read, there's different versions of Hermas. There's like 3 of them. Then you get a little more understanding. When you read the Apocalypse of Peter, you get a little more understanding. When you read the Epistle of James and you read the Epistle of Mary, they blend together very cohesively with what we call the scriptures, and you get to understand some things, and then you don't question Ha Mashayach's lineage. You don't question that. You understand was the stepdaddy. You don't question these things. These things get solidified in your mind. Why do you think they removed them? I got a better question. Why do you think they prohibited you from reading? I love my F.O.P.E family because these brothers are grounded in truth. I love my other neighborhoods and my other peoples on these streets and YouTube because guess what? They all are saying the same thing. If I only had to depend on F.O.P.E to validate or bring out truth as I understand it, come on, man, I'm lost. And see, this is what these camps do. They indoctrinate individuals where, oh, we are, what do we say? We're the house of truth, which means outside these 4 walls, ain't nobody else speaking truth. And that's a damn lie. I got other family members that are down the street, round the corner, up the block, and they're kicking truth. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. If you ain't heard of Teo, ECA, I know y'all know Naphtali. and K. Judah and the CUC. See, these are all people in the neighborhood that are kicking the truth, and even more so, uh, 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 not only on the U.S. Hey, we can talk about the dry bones, about uh, journey home, and man, the Most High is so good to us. Our Daddy is so good to us. He has set us up so that we can leave Babylon before it falls. Because he told you Babylon's gonna fall. You know I'm a little off base, but
You
that's where
good,
the
brother?
Ruach has just led me. That's
But
just where the Ruach led me.
let me close
You
this thing
know,
out.
it's like, oh,
Elder
okay,
Dante,
nephew.
yeah, because I only got 3 hours of sleep, and I got to get up at 7. Yesterday, the stream was too long, and I didn't get no rest. And I want to get some sleep tonight.
Me, you and me both, and I'm on the West Coast.
Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody coming on, and Most High bless everybody. But your brother is tired. I'm literally falling asleep, sitting here listening. And I hate to interrupt, but yeah.
Let me just land this plane real quick, Sham. Let me just land this plane real quick.
Okay.
F.O.P.E is a place, man. It's not a camp. It's the quarter of Yahusha Ha Mashayach coming together. And the only thing that we have as a motive, we are people be in the best position they can be in. And this is what you call love. Hey, I desire your greatest good above mine. And that my sacrificial love. And now land my plane there.
Kind of all right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming on. Appreciate you coming on, Gad, Elder JT. Everybody in the chat, shalom to all the mods, Star Lima, Pastor Lovely Lady, Weezy One Love, Nehemiah, Daniel, everybody that tuned in tonight. Most High bless y'all. Queen Neptali, the bar, the whole CUC F.O.P.E family, Oko 007. Much love to everybody. Shalom.